Listen. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Get that out of there. I knew the mute was on this time. Uh-oh, we got new merch. Come on, Kennedy Davenport, represent. But listen, hey, everybody, it's your boy, Matty Rants. Thank y'all for tuning in to another special Sunday service here on this channel called The Panel with my favorite people, The Panel. That includes myself, Jamar84, C Diggy 1, Zuli _ noted, and Blakeisha San Diego, otherwise known as Don't Follow Me. All of us are a collective group that come together on my channel to discuss all of our favorite shows that I low-key reviewed over the week and have a recap from multiple perspectives. Just remember, this show is for entertainment purposes and nothing should be taken too seriously. Look at me starting this off professional. Clearly, I am out of what it's been a water day. All right. So we're going to be talking about Drag Race UK, the finale that happened this week. Check out my review also on this channel. We're also going to talk about the runway and maybe dive just a smidgen into La Drama from Dragula Titans, and of course, get into the current episode for Canada versus the world. I want you to know that We're Here also started this past Friday, and I actually just finished recording my reaction to that. So that will be on my Patreon after this, the panel service that we got today. So give me, after these 2 hours of this fun, good time, we're going to be right over there on my Patreon. You can enjoy that. I'll be recording Chucky 2, and I'll have to try to have that posted by tomorrow. So, hi, I'm Matty. What's going on? Hope you're doing well. Already almost 150 of you in this room. Do me a favor. Hit that like button now that you're in the door. Wave at the 404. All you heard was Papa Don't. We ain't gonna say it. It's too early in the video because you know how YouTube is. Hey, YouTube, terms of service. I see you, baby. So let's go ahead and get my social medias out the way and go ahead and get everybody else up into this piece. Blake's running a little bit behind. You know, his laptop is giving him a stunt like my daddy. Y'all don't even know where that song come from. You do not have no clue. I know some of y'all know. But let's go ahead and do me first. I wish someone would. Yes. It's at Matty Rants everywhere except for Twitter, which is at the Matty Rants. It's all available in the link tree in the description down below. If you grab a branch and eat some fruit, Mattivia, don't sue me. Poot, poot. I also have merch available at dragqueenmerch.com. Shout out to Bible Girl and Company for including me into this. Taco Lover, I've already addressed it. This Fishgate stuff. I've already addressed it, but we, of course, are going to talk about it again. I'm going to keep rolling, though, because I'm going to still stand as passionately as I did when I said before. But shout out to everybody that watched that review. Back to my links and all that good stuff. You could also actually catch me on Patreon, and I react to each and every one of the shows I review on of course, YouTube. I have it on Patreon for as low as $1 a month, okay? So I would appreciate if y'all would step on over there. It's a good time. I promise you. Also, I am bookable on Cameo as well, okay? So find me in all those good spaces and places. If you want to drop a tip in my jar, it's the holidays. Right now, your boy just moved in. I still got to get some things in this house. She feels bare for me. I need a rug, bitch. PayPal.me/MattyRants, Cash App, $MattyRants, Venmo, MattyRants, low-key bills too. But at the same time, I'm happy that all of you are here to enjoy this today with us. And I ask that you respect myself as well as my panel members with our opinions today. Everybody's opinions are their own, and they're coming from their own spaces and places. You may end up having somebody that actually agrees with you today. No need for you to attack the other panel members in support of that person. I hate that I have to have this conversation with a bunch of grown folks, but apparently we need to, okay? So just want to start it off that way. I come out of love. I come from a good space and a good place. Don't mess with me, though, and don't mess with my friends. All right, so let's start this up. We're going to go on with Black Jesus. Like Jesus. Jamar 84 ASMR. I tried, Fred. That was funny. I don't care. It was fun.
It works. Hey, everyone.
What's going on, Jamar? Welcome, welcome.
Well, thank you, thank you. It has been a week in the drag race realm, hasn't it?
Shoot, it's been a week for you too. How are you doing, sis?
I've been doing pretty good, pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and get my social medias out the way because I know that's what you want.
Mhm.
So you can find me on all social media platforms at Jamar84. That's JAMAR84, with the exception of TikTok, which is Jamar840. Make sure you check out the link in my Instagram bio for links to all of the makeup line for Nova Cosmetics. Great new things coming up on the horizon, so make sure you support Black business.
Please and thank you. We said it politely and not aggressively.
Oh, girl.
It's early, but I'm in the mood. So, thank you, Jamar, for being here. Appreciate your friend. You don't know Jamar, you should. He's been doing this with me since almost the beginning of time.
Long time.
I literally this morning I went on one of my other accounts, when I want to look at other things. And it's funny, I came up in my own suggestions. I was like, what the fuck? And it was a video we did many moons ago. I'm staring off like, you're going like this. And it had 48,000 views.
Ooh.
Oh, YouTube, how you have treated me. Anywho, let's go ahead and
Well, hey, YouTube.
Hey. Hi. Thank you. I know the people that be tagging me on Twitter. Shout out to you as well. I appreciate it. So listen, we're going to go ahead and bring in the next co-host up in this piece today. You already know him for being a good tall tree in the woods, but I'm a liar really with that one, as he is the shadiest of all trees. If you know, lies, Alex is right there, but he's no, shadiest of all trees. Listen, housewives information, go there. You want to talk about some stuff? Do that. Blake, no. Let's go ahead and bring him in and see Diggy One.
Hey.
Hey, Chris.
Oh, great to be here. Happy Sunday. Had a wild weekend.
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, listen. Well, I can only imagine being that tall in the air, how wild of a weekend you had. You're the first one to feel when the ozone layer is cracking. That's my last tall joke, Chris.
Keep them coming. It's fun.
Okay, good. I got a plethora.
I'm the shadiest tree in the forest, into the thick of it. Yes, all that.
Thank you for catching that into the thick of it on the post for Instagram, because I was like, yeah, if we go in today, that's what it's we've been through the. Okay, listen, Chris, what are your social medias, please, friend?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter, CW1, on YouTube as well, same name. I do all my housewife reviews there, pop culture, etc. I'm on Pop Rose for Alex. And there's the Patreon as well, patreon.com/CW1.
Thank you, Chris. Also, did you see pictures from Portia's wedding?
I did. Like Nene, Kim, and
Cynthia in the same. Oh, gag. And Bravo wasn't there to film it because they have. Oh, all right. I'm still in the Lanathia train. I don't care. Shout out to Carlos. I see how y'all be talking online, be dragging my big head.
Oh, yeah.
I love her though. She's good TV. Terrible decisions, but good TV. All right, so let's go ahead and bring in the next co-host here. Y'all know him from my Dragula reviews. Hold on, Dooley. Let me get this super chat in here. Tito Burrito. Thank you, baby. Appreciate the chat. Super chat. Log back in. Super chat. Thank you so very much, Tito Burrito. This is the place to be, y'all. Get comfy, grab a mug and your favorite blanket and libations if you're about that life. The tea is about to be served and we're in for a good one. We are. And again, I'm going to make this statement at the beginning of my video. I respect my panel's opinions, even if we don't agree. So thanks, Tito. I appreciate you. That's my light shade for Chris and Blake later. Anywho, let me go ahead and bring him on in. He is my co-host for the Dragula Titans series, as well as for the Dragula franchise, period. You know him for A Good Night Moon, but we're not talking about Anita Wiglet here. We're not. We're talking about A Good Shoulder 1 and 2. It's duly _ noted.
Hello. Hi, friends. It's Sunday.
Hello. Again. It is. Well, thank God. Okay. Yes. I was like, let me think about it. Sure. Yes, Dooley. Hey, how you doing, friend? Welcome back. See you on Wednesday.
Thank you. I'll see you on Wednesday. I feel like we all had a week. I feel like I'm in uptown, downtown, that town, hard town. I'm just like, can I just like sit down?
I just want to be on the radio. Oh, oh, oh. That's what I want to be. That's what I want to be. I don't know why she came to me. I was watching We're Here and was crying earlier. Dooley, social media's friend.
You can find them all in the same place. It's linktree.com/Dooley__.
Thank you so much. Y'all go follow Doolasia. That's my alt version name for him. Doolasia. Don't know why. I don't know why. It just feels right. Alicia, shout out to you. Happy Sunday. Thank you for the tip on my PayPal. Y'all see these dollar signs next to my co-host names? That's their Cash App if you want to throw a little something their way for them making something really funny, something really hot, something really cool. Wow. Words. All right. So someone's computer has finally clicked back into the thick of it. Listen. Little shady, little mortgage for your boo. This one right here doesn't miss ever. It's Blakeisha, San Diego. I don't know why.
Greetings, salutations, friends.
I'm just gonna change your name every year. I'm telling you.
I'm expecting it.
It'll be Blakeisha next year. No, I'm not gonna do that. I should call her 140 characters. Listen,
forgive me. I'm a bit neuromodulated, but.
Excuse you, is that what I think it is?
Girl, shut up.
Is another piece of Beyonce merch that has not arrived? And the thick hat too? Oh, you're rude. You're rude.
Wow.
You got up here.
Rubbing our faces.
Yes, he really is letting us have it right now. Okay, for good meal for
she
you.
She ran a sweatshop out her basement. How you get the shirt?
I mean, this is what happens.
If I could, I would.
I need someone to deliver it at my front door. Blake, pop up just a little bit so the girls can see the shirt because Chi-Chi's asking for it. Yeah, I'm too glad.
I cannot believe this. Like, are they near you or something? Like,
no, they ship from California.
Right, it's from like Buena Onda, California. It's so crazy.
They pass me and go to Blake.
Is this legal? Is this legally official merchandise? I want to show me the tag.
Because if
she went down my street.
Chris said, "Did you buy
the?" It was just went shopping.
Chris said, "Did you buy the merch in the venue or outside the venue?"
I was one of those day one girls.
It's funny
so
because
said, does your purse say MK or MX? Because which one is it?
The last Beyonce concert I went to, there were people selling merch outside that were not merch, and then the people inside had the real shit. So when I had spent a good $200 on the merch inside and came out and saw how the shirts was looking, I was like, "Oh, y'all are wrong for that." Like I would have been up in there itching. Listen, Blake, do you want people to find you?
No.
Okay, that's a good thing. But if they did, where would they look?
You could look on Instagram and go to barf_1. And while Twitter's still in business, you could go to BA Rowley 86.
If you want to. If you want to. She's a private account, private.
No, it's public now.
Oh, she is? Oh, he opened it up. Oh my God. It must be a Christmas miracle. We ain't having on November yet. Go ahead. Speaking of which, now that Thanksgiving's over, it is officially acceptable to celebrate Christmas in my book. Because Thanksgiving was orange and green. Now we're in green and red. So pop off. You know,
I mean, I think when Mariah Carey came out with her little video, it was officially okay to celebrate Christmas.
See, I won't put her as the beacon of Christmas, because nope, I ain't gonna do it. No, it's too early.
That's my homegirl, but like as a former retail worker, I still have trauma and PTSD when I hear that song come
Julie,
out.
say it again.
Baby, it's November 1st. Why is Mariah?
And it's like real talk. That's all you would hear every other song. And it's like, I mean, I worked at a PetSmart. Boom, that came on. Worked at Express. Boom, that came on. Call centers. There's some music playing. Why is there music in the background? We're on the calls. Yeah.
Interdispersed with random stuff too. It's just like, oh, you're hearing something random, then boom.
Very.
There was 1 year at my specific Apple store where the music broke because they were trying to upgrade to Apple Music whenever all that stuff was like 2015. And so our holiday CD we had to hear for 8 months. And it was Mariah Carey, Latch by Sam, The Fire. I can't think of the name of that, but then on loop.
Whole time.
There were
was
only 2 songs that made my existence while working in retail. They
Oh,
didn't really play Mariah like that. They played Ally and AJ's Greatest Time of Year for some reason. And when I was working at Target and Taylor Swift put out that Red song, that was all day, every day because
I'm
girl,
so sorry.
Mm.
I am so sorry, Jamar. You had to
We
hear
had
mediocre vocals all.
Jolene, but it was the Miley Cyrus version and not not the OG Jolene. Like trauma.
Oh, now that would have hurt. That would have been like, now what is this? It sounds like someone's hogging up some spit while trying to sound country. Okay, listen. Let me not get into Cyrus of Miley's too quick here. Now, I do want to say, just based off this conversation, and 333 of you already in this piece, hit that like button, please. We appreciate you for being here. This, once again, I have to repeat myself because things will be said and you may not agree, and you're going to have to learn to deal with it. All tea. But this program is for entertainment purposes only, and content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individuals, or wigs. All opinions expressed by Matty Rants, that's me, and program participants are so their personal views and don't reflect the opinions of every being on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program, so please don't be a poot. If you feel uncomfortable after viewing this program, please consume some Activia at dragqueenmerch.com and have yourself a good poot, okay? Once again, shout out to dragqueenmerch.com. I got another present in the mail. Thank you, Bible Girl. She had sent me a whole thing of merch. I got a Juno Birch cup now. Go ahead, Juno. This cute cup. I appreciate you. I don't know what I'm going to put in it, but we're going to find a way. All right. So we're going to start this like we did last week with UK first. UK, hun. Then we're going to do Dragula Titans. I actually cut up like a Vienna sausage, what we would be speaking about with it, since only
Vienna
1, 2,
sausage.
3, 4 of us up here watched the episode. Yeah. Oh, we can't do that too much. You gonna wear me out. Now listen, we have notifications. We got a little tongue pop. Listen, a little pop, bubble pop. Is that double mint, Blake, or is it orbits? Is your mouth clean?
It's an ice cube.
Oh, the ice cubes. I used to love getting those in the big packs and being like as if, what is this? Why are we chewing all this? But anywho, then we're going to get to Canada versus the world. And I know some of y'all want to have this conversation with these gentlemen's perspective on a particular thing that was said and how they feel about it. Y'all asked for my opinion. I gave 30 minutes of my review to discuss the nuances of that word, other words that are like that word, and how I feel and where I support on that. Now, they can say something else. That's fine. Y'all ain't going to be attacking me or them on their opinions because they're just those opinions. And if we're not having this conversation, how are we going to learn as people? Just stating the facts. So I just want to do that little precursor here because some of you girls like to get in my inbox and tell me how I should feel. And some of you did that this past week. I'm tired of you always talking up for the black girls and this, that. Oh, yeah. I had a whole nice dissertation sent. Bitch. And when I say you're lucky I don't blast you the way I want to, because I'm not cornbread. See, my sister Bread would put your whole business up there. But like, I had a very long message sent to me from someone who had been there on the Jamar and Matty days talking about you are too radical now. You're speaking.
Well, my thought. I done came on and radicalized all the cast. Apparently,
I was like, "What is going on here?" Like now you're speaking on behalf of this white woman. And I was like, I'm not speaking on behalf of her. I'm just telling you how I would feel in reference for that. And mind you, like Rich, I had to really get girls together. I took classes. Doesn't mean I'm an expert, but I actually listened to certain things that you probably don't even know about. And I understood a lot more about the situation from that perspective. But again, I'm not a woman. I'm not that girl. But I again, we will talk about this. Oh yeah, because I speak up on behalf of the Black Queens, and apparently I'm a radical and all that kind of stuff. And we noticed the change.
Matt, you used to be so nice, and then Dooley came over, and now y'all be talking about black.
And it was like that one person who said that, and I haven't seen them since. And it was just kind of like, girl, are you okay? Like, there's a whole.
Actually listen to what these people say. Like, yo, me.
Like, I'm sorry I'm like, do you want me to apologize for being a black person talking from a black perspective with other black people about our issues?
Oh, you brought me a birthday gift to my birthday. Like That whole feel.
Like, okay, it's cute for you, but not for me. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. And if you want to come here on some other, there's some other channels for you on that, baby. But I'd love for you to stay and tell me how much you either love me or hate me.com. All right, we ready? Cool. Thanks for tuning in. Almost 400. Okay, I want to get y'all's perspectives as a whole for this season of Drag Race UK.
Who's first?
Okay, I'll go first. Like this season, it was good. I enjoyed it a little bit more than last season, only because it didn't feel.
You like the winner?
Yeah,
Oh,
I like the winner.
I
like the winner, and I said it could be either or. There's a case that could be made for Cheddar or Danny. I thought that Cheddar was going to win just because I felt like their entire.
And she won the lip sync.
Clearly, won the lip sync.
I'm gonna show you like that position because Danny sat here like this for half the song with that hip poked out, girl. And I was like, if you don't, I said this mama's trying to get a cab home, okay? But that's fine. We'll talk about it.
When you speak the competition, you got to get warmed up. It'd be like that.
Hey, listen, I know. Listen, there was a little friction.
The season felt like rewatching a corrected or a re-edited version of season 3. Where you had like the person you thought was gonna win, who was Raja, and then the person who like really showed up when you didn't expect them to, who was Manila. And I think this is like we're gonna crown Manila and not the Raja.
Wow.
Ooh.
Well, all right.
Ooh, Blake. Okay,
But
for that opinion.
We're on the same wavelength, but I would say this: UK is UK is running 1-to-1 with US, and so this is obviously season 4. Is your weird winner. I think the difference is we had 2 weird winners or two possible like selections for who that could have been, and it was kind of a toss up. I do like this season more than I like 3. The challenges were some choices in the way that they were laid out, but it didn't totally take me out. I prefer this winner. Like I wouldn't have hated either. I'm really glad Danny won. I really enjoyed watching Danny from start to finish.
I love Danny.
And I figured that Cheddar wasn't going to win because they edited her a lot like Courtney Act.
But and you notice how Cheddar's answers were, I don't need this. I've already done what came here to do. And I, basically surprised myself. The moment she sat there and told RuPaul that, I said, oh, it's not yours no more, girl. I promise you. She hates it.
It was like, Courtney Act, you're doing a good job. But let's look over here at Bianca and Adore. And it was like, oh, so we just not going to give her no time? Okay. So I felt it was coming. Go ahead,
outside of episodes 1 and 3, Cheddar and Danny won every other challenge. I was like, okay.
And high key, Danny and Cheddar won 3 too. Like what? No, I'm sorry. It was no, you're right, 3. But they even shared a badge together.
What was episode 2?
And everybody else that shared those badges with them went home.
Sure did.
Shout out to Black Pepper, who like lip sync half the season too,
and gave us some show because there were a lot of
lip syncs.
Baby, I'm just saying there were a couple folding chairs that needed a little
folding chair.
It wasn't happening.
Girl, this season was good as a whole, though. I enjoyed it. I think this season is very comparable to like the single-digit Drag Race seasons, US.
There were rumors that Cheddar did fall during the lip sync, and they edited that out.
That was nice.
Well, your season 10 winner busted her ass too, and they edited that right out.
I mean, but Pheromone couldn't get the same treatment.
Okay,
right.
Highlighted it, put it in slow motion, repeated it
3 times. Boom, boom.
They did.
Don't have a reunion.
And then went to Untucked and showed it 3 more times. We was like, damn, girl.
But wait, let's look at her face and how she's really embarrassed right now. Zoom in. Gia Gut.
Let's look at her hips. We want to make sure she's okay.
Gia was laughing at. That's just so shady.
Well, and so we're talking about rigor mortis. The one challenge that Gia should have actually probably won.
Snatch from her.
They paid gave her like they storyline.
They weren't going to give the mean lady anything. But listen, You know, I actually did like this season a lot. What I made in my review commentary was you're going to have to change the pacing up and where the challenges are placed. You cannot have Snatch Game, improv, acting, roast, back to back to back like that.
Comedy.
That is
The ball.
ridiculous. Oh, and I said there should be a ball too. How come the third episode of Canada versus the World can have a ball within a 6-episode run and y'all had 10 and couldn't throw these girls into more than a design challenge where they had to make clothes for each other? Help me out. I also would say that for a lot of the Drag Race world, in terms of a fan that watches, I know y'all want the social media girls because of popularity, but you're going to need some more comedians.
The girls have to have drag queen skills.
I need you to host. I need you to be able to hold a room's attention. Can you sew at least one garment? It doesn't have to be a bunch, just something. Drape a bit. Can you hot glue? Do you have an eye for fat? Some
Style, something.
Not style.
Maybe I
Can
will
you
say,
style a garment if you have the pieces? Like,
I mean, because we're gonna look at some people's styles that came back for they brought the Bring Back My Girls bit. You know, there are a couple people that could use, honey. I'm a drag copper again because I was like, the fuck is this? Oh, awful.
I love that they bring the girls back so they can like show their best look at the end at least.
For some of them, Jamar, thank you. It was because some of them needed to be brought right back.
And Starlet slaying everyone again.
she did look good. She
Oh
did.
my God.
She did.
Starlet slaying everyone again.
I was gonna say it, but I was gonna wait. But yes,
I also think we got confirmation for Canada versus the World based off of a particular queen who was eliminated first post about them coming back for the last episode in their regalia because they didn't get to wear their celestial bodies. Look, Kendall, you kind of low-key gave that away in your post. I was like, girl, were you supposed to say something?
She was just gonna wear another bodysuit. Why?
Damn.
Woman, let me be on.
You cannot introduce yourself as the bodysuit queen, and then when people make reference to you wearing
And she's like, I'm the bodysuit queen. Pants. You went home. You should have wore a bodysuit. No, I can't. Either way, RuPaul and all of all of her glory comes into the workroom to let them know they're doing a Ru mega mix and actually incorporating their own lyrics. Basically, what Blue Hydrangea got for their prize for UK versus the World.
a remix of a song that was already released.
that we were okay with without whatever happening to it. But I will be giving two girls some credits where they deserve and do it. Now, Black Pepper was given Sissy That Walk. Danny Beard was given Call Me Mother. I knew she won right there. Shutter Gorgeous got The Realness, and Jombers Blonde got Kitty Girl. Is there any song that y'all wouldn't want to have? I'm gonna ask Jamar first.
Ooh, from those selection, ooh,
It's Kitty Girl for me.
The Realness.
Oh, you don't want The Realness?
Really? I feel like I'll have more fun with just because of what they did with All Stars 3. Like I could make something happen with that. The Realness, so much.
Okay.
If I gotta get Kitty Girl, give me the remix and put me after like Shangela or something. Like,
give me the Julie said, give me the remix.
Give me the actual the remix. We live like that was. They actually all did a good job.
That was the best that song has ever been given in treatment wise. Yes, for sure. Because
that song was boring, and then the remix came out. I was like, okay, she's giving.
That's the only version I really remember. I forget.
Mm-hmm. All Stars 3, baby. It was so good until. What about you, Blake? Any song?
Get rid of Kitty Girl. Like, yeah. I hate that song. I mean, I agree with you. If you're gonna give it to me, give me the remix, sandwich between Kennedy and Shangela, and that's it.
I want Call Me Mother. That's the song they're gonna have to give me. Or I'll take Sissy That Walk, but it's Call Me Mother, girl. I would have wore that low. Diggy, did you have anyone you was like, hell no?
Definitely Kitty Girl.
Not all of us hated Kitty Girl.
Like, what's the other song? I'd rather have that one.
There's Realness.
Well, no, I mean, like, they could have substituted Kitty Girl for... It's that song that where they do, like, the Amazon or something?
Glamazon.
She's so wild. So
Kitty Girl.
I would do that.
That sexy.
Would that be inappropriate to use American?
Jamar.
It's the finger for me. It's the. Are you sure?
So can you imagine, like, Cheddar Gorgeous, I am America? Cheddar would have gave us a whole speech. I don't think this is appropriate. Do you know where I'm from? Okay. But yeah, again, they have a little, they do the lyrics. They actually had a great choreographer, a fine ass one, by the way. Oh, God bless him. God bless him. I'm just gonna go through this part and call it a day.
He may not come when you call.
All right, Ruthie. Listen, thank you for the super chat. Anyone watch Shangela Slay Call Me Mother on Dancing with the Stars? I did, and she was robbed.
I'm not like at
I'm
this
not
point.
surprised.
If I was Shangela, like the girls will have to pull up because I'm tired of me going on shows and doing the best job and then not getting my pay due, girl. Like,
I mean, I feel like Dancing with the Stars is one of those shows where Charlie D'Amelio was set up from the beginning. Like
that's what I heard.
She wasn't gonna win that show.
Because Wayne Brady and her did the best throughout the whole competition, and neither one of them was like top 2.
It was I just hated watching that happen in real time again. I was like, oh my God, we're doing this again. Oh, we can never.
It's the same energy as when the 3D was in the bottom and Black America side, and we was like, girl, it's the same energy.
I'll just say this. I see another Emmy in y'all's future for We're Here, because that first episode in Texas. Woo! Blake, I was over there having a moment because I was like, oh, this is 5 hours away from my city. Like,
I was like, this is dangerous for y'all.
Yes.
I feel this is dangerous.
If y'all haven't seen, I know, let me take this face off here because it kind of like ruins the moment talking about Shangela. If y'all haven't seen the new series of We're Here, the new season of it, you need, because like when Bob was crying, when the fireworks was going off, I started to weep too because I felt that pain. Trust me. And yes, I'll have that review out on Thursday and the reaction will be posted today. Okay, now we're going to put this face back up. Now okay, there we go. Yeah, that didn't make no sense talking about Shangela with John was up there. Did y'all like that outfit? I have to ask this question. Let's go back. Did you care for this?
I don't want to say who she reminded me of.
Private chat?
Private chat.
Private chat. I want to hear this. If they go a clicking and clacking, Jamar is a tapping. Okay, listen.
I didn't hate it, but I mean, like, it gave me very much like.
Wait, Jamar, can just say it and then I can do my piggyback joke from that. Please. I have a joke ready. Go.
You know the runway I'm talking about when she had that.
Yeah.
Girl.
Mm-hmm.
This feather number gives me was an Elliot with 2 T's and the flamingo half nude leg number. And Jombers, no shade. You right there in that category, girl.
It's that bone structure.
But visually.
It's funny because you say Elliot with 3 Ks, excuse me. I would have said, you mean Elliot UK, hun? Thank you. I'll be here all week. Tomato thrown at me. All right,
I think so. Like when it comes to Jombers, like she reminds me of the girl that gets better at All Stars. Like I think she has like a vision, but it's like 40% baked, and she needs a little more coin. And when that coin hit, then she can actually buy the shit that she really wants. And then we're gonna be like, yes, girl.
Jombers will be good on All Stars, period.
I don't think she did a bad job. She just needed a little extra helping. Like
she was getting into her groove, and it took a little second to get there. And Rue, and let's be very clear, because there were times when it was like, girl, she was kind of giving it a bit. We could have gave her a little something.
They should have gave her the roast win.
At least one win. I think Elliot could have had at least one badge going in.
Not Elliot. Come on, Jombers.
I called her Elliot.
I mean, Chompers is better than Elliot.
Chompers.
Yep. Let it sink in. Yep.
I mean, the Oprah talk that they have.
I blame Jamar.
Did you see it?
I'm so mad at you. I blame you.
And
Peppa, You'll get him next time, baby. I promise. We're gonna have to get you some improv classes and some comedy stuff to go with you. You fine on the runway, but we gotta work on that. Well,
that interview, they edited that interview and they were like, "We not about to give this to you, girl."
Oh, Blake, you want to talk about it? Because I was watching it like as soon as she got into her family life, RuPaul checked out. I'm not even lying. I was like, that lady started closing her eyes and doing the nod bit, and I was like, okay, here we go.
Pepper could be at a disadvantage in an all-star format because she can't lip sync and she can't save herself with a lip sync.
Well, we would have to assume she would be bad each episode for that to happen, Jamar, where if she came back for an all-stars and did good, her lip syncing would guarantee her not only some coin if it's on the right season, but also to send somebody home.
Don't make it be Snatch Game or Comedy Challenge.
Pep, I think Pep, I mean, once again, like once the coin hit, your opportunities open up. And so like, I think Peppa is entertaining. She just needs to refine her point, like the things that she already does well. And I think she could actually.
I think she'll have a Taste run after Drag Race.
Yep.
Because Taste is doing it. Taste is, hey, Taste, love your sister. Can't wait to see you again at LA. You better be back. You better be back, girl.
It's like Alyssa Edwards. Like, remember season 5? Like, she didn't know why she was funny, but we knew why she was funny. And then once the light clicked on, it was like, oh, girl. And then it was like, okay, now you're in on the joke. It's the same energy kind of applied differently.
We don't have to hear it anymore, Trav. We do not have to hear it. Unless somebody else gets up there with, like, Red Cayenne, we're going to certainly hear that. God bless Copper. I'm just glad Copper Top didn't call themselves that. Cayenne Red. Can you imagine, Michelle? God. Ooh.
Not until All Stars.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, that's if it's a hosting season where Michelle's going to be there. You know, we possibly will have a little better run at that. Yeah, right here's where I knew that Cheddar wasn't going to win, because not only did they come in with that confidence, it was very much, you know, I surprised myself. I know I can take this out of here and they're not going to be mad. I'm like, you know what? Rue don't need you. Not even going to lie. It was like, well, you did good, girl.
It was Rue looking at Rue.
Because you heard how Michelle was fangirling, like over Cheddar, like we've been known who you were. We were like so shocked that you auditioned. And I thought to myself, you better lick that titty. Go ahead, Michelle, lick that titty. But yeah, I can't wait to see Cheddar Gorgeous and whatever they do after this too, honestly, because they're an enigma I enjoy. Hi, hello, hi.
Moldy Mar.
Hello, hello, hi.
He's fine. He's kind of corny.
I'll take the corny.
He's fine, but kind of corny.
And can listen, baby, stick that cob inside me. Shit, the fuck,
And what was up with those dancers?
You mean the twins? The La Twins.
They were not.
It's
they were like
Chris,
Chris,
you're not gonna take my joke.
They were great value twins.
There you. Well, that's great.
It looked like they responded to an ad that said, "We need racially ambiguous, provincially attractive, mediocre dancers."
Not racially ambiguous, mediocre. Very mid, very down the middle.
Okay, if you can do dips.
Very in the middle.
Oh my God, Christopher! Jesus Christ!
They just annoyed me because I was like, "Where's the talent?"
Woo!
And where is the body?
Exactly.
Listen, they put them babies in them shorts, and nothing was swinging, nothing was tinging, and nothing was topping, baby.
Where's the body, baby?
That's fine though. They have what they were.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to.
They were beautiful children. They were.
They were. But you could have put Jazul in one of them places, and I'd have been just as happy or happier.
Can we block Blake?
Tyron, go to hell. Go to hell, Tyron. Go to hell, Tyron. Go to hell.
Your ink was low.
Girl, y'all said these girls from Kinko's. But listen, we're gonna move on here. Do not buy your LA twins from She. Actually, these are She by Sheree twins right here, honey. Okay.
They look like carbon copies of the dude from O-Town. What was his name? The light-skinned one with the.
What was his
I
name?
think I know you
What
talking
is his
about.
name?
I can't remember.
Chris is triggered because this is Robin and Giselle auditioning for Dancing with the Stars right here. Isn't that right? No. No, they would have came in worse fashions. Okay, so let's continue. I thought they were lovely, as well as the choreographer. I'm going to pass this part because we're done talking about this and we can move on to better and bigger things. Cheddar had the best part for me. I was like, girl, I would have enjoyed that too. Danny, shut up. You was going to win. Why Corbin blue on the right? Listen, Corbin's been trying to get that color forever. Matthew?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
I think of Alfonso Ribeiro when I think of Corbin blue.
Are you so glad I'm not popping this gum right now?
Oh, let me put this in the private.
This gum.
Keebs, I saw the video. Don't ask me how I got a copy of it. I saw that video. It ruined a lot for me. And I was just like, well, somebody's gonna like this. Look at little Billy Elliot about to audition for ballet class, but are gonna be thrown back into boxing. Bury that. Or Elliot up there about to dance and show them their moves. Private chat. Yes, Dooley.
Mama was inebriated talking about his preferences and said it okay. Okay. Talking about which one of y'all am I?
And does that not explain a lot that okay. See what I'm talking about?
Viv was right.
She
was right.
I made the right decision. Let's see here. Okay. This was cute. We like each other. Oh, we had fun. This was funny. Funny. Not when Danny Beard touched John Burrs. It basically gave Raven's palette preferences here. There you go. Just a little white in the corner. That's all we need to do. Let's move on from this moment and get into the runway. Well, not the runway. Ooh, RuPaul.
Speaking of Elliot.
Right? This is
yeah, that's Elliot's wig.
I hate this so much. I hate
it's
the
like
boots.
The last episode.
It's
the wig from Glamazon. It's Elliot's costume, and then the boots are from the AS1 the AS1 comic challenge.
It's like she borrowed Todrick's kinky boots. You know what I'm saying?
I thought kinky boots too.
Yeah, and like not cute boots either. Like, girl, Ruby is not red hot at all right now.
I thought of AJ and the Queen.
Yeah, that's what Ruby. You're not red hot. Lukewarm, sister. Lukewarm, sister. I do think the eye makeup is everything. I think
that is the best part.
I mean, Raven usually gets the mark.
Mm-hmm. She usually do. I don't like this.
Didn't Erica Jane wear this outfit?
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Come on, C. Diggy. You better believe it. Almost got hit by a motorcycle.
She even like took the hairstyle too. Like she just basically took a picture of Erica Jane. Oh, I'm gonna do this.
Hey, Erica Jane, I'm white salt.
I don't mind it, you know.
Minding things is fun. Hated it.
That jacket is cute. That jacket is what I want for New Year's Eve.
This?
I would wear that jacket on New Year's Eve.
That's a cute jacket.
Blake would pull it off better. Because he knows how to accessorize stuff, and he would wear a hat.
Do that jacket.
There would be a hat with that, like, you know what I mean? Like, it would have like actual. I know the shoes that you probably wear with that too.
Yeah, baby.
You can put a choker with it.
Listen,
harness.
I think Graham finally left his tree house with the rest of the elves that work on our favorite cookies, and he was able to join us for the finale of the season. I will say, though, Alan Carr being there the majority of the time has been a blessing. No shade to Graham, but sometimes his jokes are like, well, okay. But Alan be hitting every time, every joke. Now, this, I thought, what happened here, baby? Where are your glasses? This was funny.
That was very funny.
This was funny. See, those are the jokes I'm looking for, okay? But Alan, you've been a treat this season. I hope they don't give you less time next season of UK, or if there's an All-Stars, you're just a perma judge, okay? A perma judge.
I have a question for the group.
Okay.
So you have to, you gotta kick off one. Alan, Ross, and Brad.
Ooh, Brad.
I was gonna say Ross, but not Brad.
Now once you put Brad in there, it was like, oh, that's easy. You know, Brad.
Yeah, Brad.
Brad.
It's hard though.
Something about the male judges on Canada's Drag Race.
It don't be hitting the same way it's supposed to be hitting.
We can keep Tracy. Tracy's fine. She can read from them cue cards if she wants to, or give us real whenever she feels like it. But Brad,
Trash.
I might want to bring back JBC, and that's saying something.
Oh,
No. I thought about a
Well,
couple
just-
episodes.
Add Karama on. Shit.
At least JBC would be cuter.
I mean, you be getting the same person.
Excuse me.
Wouldn't you be getting the same person? Like, come on,
I gotta
CJ.
go. I gotta go.
Like, it's kind of, are they the same person with the same preferences?
Right.
Where's the disclaimer?
Well,
Where
one
is she
chat.
at? Where
Well,
is
you
she
know
at?
what? That's for the private chat. I'm not even gonna say it.
What aren't you gonna say, Chris? I want to read. Listen,
Yeah, I think he changed his preferences to a little bit higher on the ladder. That's all.
oh, wait a minute. You know what had happened when he was dating that and it was like, wait, who is that
I remember
person?
that.
And it was like, oh, he does what? Oh, I was waiting for C Diggy to type something. It's the wrong people giving me private chat. Bitch, you open and you say that's how we work here. Like, type it out. No. Actually, I do miss Stacey McKenzie a lot.
I do too.
For only listen, bring Stacey back. I understood every word she was saying, and all the looks with the judges and stuff like that. It was great. You know,
It was
Well,
on Scarlet.
I didn't notice until yesterday, but she was in The Fifth Element. I watched it last night and I clocked like, oh snap! Like,
what's his name's assistant, huh? The
she was the flight attendant.
Oh, that's right. She had the blue outfit on. There we go. I remember.
I've seen that movie a million times and never put that together.
I really have to watch that again. It's been too long. I need a Fifth Element Bruce Willis run real bad, followed by Die Hard. Too.
Those are
Okay,
Christmas movies. Get into it.
that part. Not Stacey gave black lung realness.
Oh,
Y'all, listen, never mind. I'm not going to do that. If Stacey popped up in one of those commercials for anti-smoking, I would not be surprised. But that's not why her voice sounds like that. She would be a great behind the scenes lady, though. Not Red from Us. Ooh, don't be sending me nothing my way, okay? I thought I sounded like Brendan's grandfather from Home Movies, that cartoon, for those who know that reference I'm talking about. Go ahead, hit me, Brendan. Anywho, they were up here for a blip and stood there and rocked their hips, and they still weren't on beat.
and
Literally
Raven said,
walked out. You thought Copper was about to eat this up. I don't know what that all. Everybody else giving straight face.
LaPhil looks really good. Dakota looks good.
Sminty looks good, and Starlet.
The majority.
Yeah.
Just May is off to the side here. That's for
Those are the girls you expect to look good.
There's Maze in this photo.
1, 2, 3, 4 stops. Okay.
They got everybody else is hidden except for Just May over here, who they keep trying to put out front.
You see Just May's arm is right over there, girl, and then
Is that her name?
Just May.
Jesus Christ, Chris.
Remember Teresa?
Hold on, we need to give Chris a moment. I know it's been a while, but
Jesus
I
Christ.
mean, she's just Mayo because it's very bland.
Remember, if there's anything that you dislike, please send it to Jamar840 on TikTok.
Bull.
we gotta move on. We gotta move on. We have got to move on. What did y'all think of the performances overall so we can get to this runway? Oh my God, not just Mayo.
So I think I like her performance, but the dancers kind of fucked it up for me. Like for Black Pepper.
So yeah,
Like,
she was outperforming them for sure.
Yeah, she was outperforming them. I'm like, and it looked like they were messing up.
They just look like dancers you see on Tuesday night at a strip bar.
No, just say it's that one drag queen that brought dancers with her to perform, and they don't even know the routine. They don't even know the routine. It's like, oh girl, you taught them this win last week,
Right.
and were you in your apartment complex gym doing the routine?
Not the accomplice. Oh no.
I know from experience from back in the day when the girls used to have to find places to work out, girl, and figure it out. We used to be in the apartment
These
complexes.
the girls on Twitter, they'd be like, "Oh, I'm so thick," and we'd be like, "Girl, feeling thick today."
but Pepper ate this up. Shout out to Black Pepper. Cheddar.
JMCL.
This was a beautiful surprise because she was sexy. I was like, she's so versatile. Give her the crown. Give her the crown.
I would say though that she was weak when it came to her hits. Like, you know how you're supposed to hit the mark on some things. She was going into a little soft a couple of times, but I still thought it was a smooth transition. It was, but she was a little soft sometimes. I was like, need a little bit more hip action. JMCL, thank you so much for the tip on Cash App for bringing it every Sunday to the bowl. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. Someone said sexy doll. That's right. She does refer to herself as a sexy dolphin.
Giving Sasha Velour a lot for me.
Only because that was your first bald-headed experience. Since Nina Flowers, you wouldn't have put there since you saw that afterwards.
You saw Nina Flowers after.
Chris didn't start on season 1. Chris started later.
On season 2.
Justice for the Princess.
Oh, dang.
Or
Shout out to Trav. Thanks for the super chat. Casting director doing Grindr call-outs again. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, remember what I told you. Just mayo on your sandwich. Okay, listen. Chris is going to ruin that for me. Now I got to use that everywhere. What y'all think of Danny?
She did it. I mean, she had a great song to start off with. I mean,
they changed her choreography up because she wasn't moving them feet as much as she was before. They let her do just up body work. I was like, oh, okay. Y'all figured it out. Let her be stiff. Let her walk. That's it. I thought she had one of the best lyrics, so I enjoyed her verse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They do look interesting. It's the knee pads. It's the knee pads for me.
It just looks so amateur.
So lackadaisical.
So Amazon shorts.
It's budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shorts are kind of cheap. They could have did the boys better. They could have gave them more to work with. What y'all think of Elliot? John Burse. God damn it. I'm not doing that on purpose, Chris. Okay. Fuck Jamar.
This was a surprise too. She killed it. I honestly think she did better than Danny and Cheddar.
See, this is where
she was offbeat for like 1.5 seconds, but like she did really well. She did.
I thought this was somebody from Drag You getting to live out their full fantasy. I thought this was Kim Richards.
No.
I said Kim Richards got to be on Drag You, bitch, and Kyle didn't even show up for that to root on her sister. It was giving me that. She was cute for me, but I was like, nah, I'm
Not
okay.
cute.
I think the look is cute, but like the performance itself, if I was just have seen the silhouette, I was like, that was a good performance.
I just wasn't expecting that from her, and she delivered.
I'm glad y'all felt that way.
Yeah.
I mean, she delivered to the wrong address, but she might have delivered.
Just like my Beyonce orders. Oh, Jamar, save that for Canada. Oh, moving fast forward through this here because Dragula's not going to get that much time today. No shade. What do we think of the finale looks themselves? Black Pepper is first.
Yeah, that's nice.
Serviceable.
I like this.
It felt like a lot of ideas, and I could have done without one or two of them.
There's a perfect, a lot of ideas.
Well, it's an upcycled outfit, but totally get it. Dooley, do you feel any way about this?
After Night of Hook and Ramunda ended the session.
Right?
Do not disrespect the queen of Wakanda, bitch. Wait, I go too long.
Ramunda ain't like the section. So M'Baku had it's giving. I see a lot of different elements. It's serviceable. I would give this a B minus.
This is the face of the Wakanda family.
Yeah.
Cousin Faith.
Yes, Faith, my husband.
I didn't live for this.
Oh, Miles.
What did we think of Cheddar Gorgeous's outfit?
I loved it.
This was great.
Yeah.
I felt like this could be that Katy Perry video.
E.T.
E.T.?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She's the alien superstar. Like I want to see all her looks to alien superstar on the runway.
Where is the fan cam at?
Right.
Like, honestly, y'all have had time. All you Twitter girls that be just wanting to argue with folks and send up in your circles and talk shit. Where is the fan cam for this lady? Because it should have been done by now, and it should be whip, whip. I'm to clap. That's how you have to start it. Whip, whip.
Maybe that. Yeah.
Go right into it. As a matter of fact, you can just do her intro coming to the workroom, then start the whip, and then go through the looks. You're welcome. I've given
This
you
was the second best look on that runway because Starlet had the best one.
What do we think of Danny Beard's look?
Boot to high heel. I love the accoutrement, but after you take the feathers off of this, it's just a black dress.
I thought the exact same thing.
That was my whole argument for this, is that there needed to be way more of that feather detail going on because it really is just low-key stick it on and walk. But that wig is boule ready.
That is a boule
I was
wig.
about to say Gibson's.
That is a boule wig.
That's a Swan Thulu one, honey. That's the short lady. Yeah, there we go.
I hate them little boots she got on too, honestly.
Oh, that boot is. I want to throw that boot in the trash. Like, oh my God. Looking like she about to be foodie booty going to the grocery store in that shoe. I cannot. Let's go ahead and move on here. Jomber's Blonde is next. I think this is her best silhouette. Oh, I hate this picture. Let me do a different one. Do I have it? Yeah, there we go.
First came out and did like a little reveal. I was like, oh yeah, she definitely stepped it up.
I like the Scaparelli of it all. Please do the voice. Which one? The Dragula voice? We're gonna get to. Oh my girls, we're back in the competition. I'm sorry, let me not do all that. I was here for the Scaparelli of it all. I do love how this shapes a little bit. It reminds me of Terminator 2. As well as Under the Skin. If y'all have ever seen that movie with Scarlett Johansson, towards the later part of it, there's like this scene that really revolves around it. I think her makeup got better, but her eyebrows are a chop.
Her eyebrows are terrible.
Awful.
They look like Sookie's eyebrows on her first season.
Woo!
With the marker.
She always did better if they just weren't there.
Woo!
To be honest, because the way that the eye cuts, they all really run together.
It's too close. It's too close. And it's like, you look so serious, Derek Barry. But yeah.
There's a him here, a him here.
We're going to go past this part because it's
Y'all know I
trauma.
hate this. Y'all know I hate this.
It's always trauma. It's always trauma. Not RuPaul getting choked up just for cheddar.
For glasses at that.
That part. Every time I see a kid with glasses, I said, honey, I got some Coke bottles from 3rd grade that will wear you out. You better be sobbing when I get on this show, okay?
If you can't solve your childhood trauma in this 13-week competition, girl.
We're going to move past Lawrence Chaney sitting down like they're watching TV with a TV dinner right here. And we're going to get to
oh my God, the way she was sitting.
There was a beer in her hand, bitch. Do you hear me? Matilda, get in here.
Oh no.
And she's sitting like Homer Simpson right now.
He did used to make her get beer. Oh.
Because I was like, why is she sitting there like, hey, what's going on?
Watching their little game shows. Oh.
I'm like,
on a positive note, it was really nice seeing the Vivian again.
It's always lovely to see friend of the show, the Vivian. Hey, Viv. You know she know us all. Hey, Viv. We love you, sister. See you in LA again. I'm going to move past this just to get into the runway of it all. Ooh, RuPaul on the shoulder. Look like you killed a Muppet to sit on your shoulder, baby. I can't.
They look like most of the Hunger Games.
Vivian, it's a toot for me, boo. It's a poo. It's a poo. It's a pop. It's a pop.
It's simple, but it's a toot.
And that the hair. Woo! I love a wig that just goes.
It's so right, like the hair.
You want a swoop it?
I like it when it goes like when it's overpass. You know what I'm saying? Like 6'10" and crossing into 45. You know what I'm talking about, Jamar. That little loop catch you right there.
The swoop.
It goes right into the beltway.
Not the beltway.
That's a good Houston.
Beltway.
Are you paying the toll?
That's also Maryland and DC. That's very Maryland.
Yeah, don't forget that girl.
Lawrence Chaney.
And Virginia.
Who?
So rude.
Lawrence Chaney.
It's okay. It's like
It's what?
it's okay. It's like
It's okay.
I don't like the makeup. It's like someone like punched her in the face.
I was like, this is Somebody needs to go to the police because this is a beating.
Or her child shook up her beer and put it in the refrigerator and said, April, boom. Yeah, that's what happened. Ended up in the hospital. No, Lawrence, I will say this though. Vivian and Lawrence gave good advice. Then Crystal kind of talked about herself a tad bit. And I was like,
what do you expect from a childish queen?
Vivian's like, the real race starts after the show. Lawrence like, don't take anything seriously. Hold your ground. Do what you want to do. Crystal, yeah, when I got off the show and how I felt, I was like, what is happening? Is it relating back to them soon? Come back. Also, Crystal's in a little bit of hot water over this look, apparently, with the eye makeup that somebody did, or it's pretty big copied a look from someone and didn't give any credit for it, is what's happening right now. I haven't dived too deep into that story just yet because I've been so focused on something else that happened that I really rather give my time to because I don't really talk about her like that. But there you go. There is tea apparently from that situation.
And those fucking J-Lo shoes she's been wearing since her season.
You mean the same shoes that Silky wore for this runway on Canada versus the World? The same shoe. I said, okay. Just may almost add the shut up, Chris. Yes or no? We're moving quickly here.
It's a no.
Stop trying to make fetch happen, girl. It's never gonna happen. Just switch it up, baby.
I mean, it's the closest she looked to Jerry, and Jerry don't take that as an insult.
She does paint like she's unhappy. Like she looks so sour in her face. Like
just maybe.
Who put that? James. Oh, good luck. God damn.
Really good.
God damn. Cinderella. Who's going to the ball? This bitch.
Maybe I know the girls were mad when they saw her backstage.
Right.
Let me tell you something. Starlet, if you ever have friends in ballroom, if they say, girl, can you please pull something together to take you for a category? Go. Because you're going to give bitches runs for their money. I'm going to tell you that right now. Jesus Christ. Don't let this be a fairy tale ball.
Right?
I'm curious to see how many followers she have on Instagram now. I feel like she's probably big on Instagram.
Yeah, she was one of the social media. All right, Sminty Drop is next.
I didn't mind that look though. I mean, the wig was terrible.
Minty Drop is next. I'm just kidding.
That's not Naomi Smalls.
I know you lying.
I know you lying.
Girl, this is stretched out Raven. Don't do that.
Legs would never.
Don't you do that. Stretch Raven.
My backlight.
Don't you ever disrespect Naomi Smalls like that ever again.
This is
I
Raven's
know you lying.
roll up. I know you will not.
What?
Never come for Naomi Smalls again. What? This is a Naomi stand account over here. Wait a minute.
She gives Naomi to me.
She did not drag her snatch all up and down that stage for you to treat her like that. Absolutely not.
I'm crying.
What?
Jamar. That reference.
I'm appalled.
Okay, listen. Let's go back to this. Okay, we're done. Sminty Drop. I know Cheddar's like, oh, he hates me.
I love the dress though on her. I mean, I think it's a 2.
No, the dress is great. She couldn't walk for shit, and thank God she only had to turn right and then scoot. But yeah,
and that's what I hated the most. I was like, this dress is a 2, but like you can't walk in it.
Mm-hmm. And she wore that same fucking wig. Ciao. Trying to catch a signal. LaPhil. Just like this season, in the back. It's a nice outfit, but I'm like,
this is a LaPhiller.
They needed her, actually, high key, they needed them to go to the front of the runway, and they had them only stop at the back. And I was like, why are y'all doing that? There's much better lighting here than on Canada's Drag Race, so I don't know why they did all that. Hold on. Okay. Past LaPhil on the left-hand side. And we're going to get into Dakota Schiffer. This, I would say, is serviceable, sufficeable. It's
serviceable.
Yeah.
Barely, but yeah.
Ooh.
It's her aesthetic. So that's why I'm not even going to give it that. And it is a little muted for this, but she gives, she gives. I like her. I like me some. Bring Dakota back for something, though. Bring her back.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Like, I just want more elevation from her.
Different looks, different
Yeah,
She
makeup.
needs like a Law Roach or something.
All right.
Well,
Not
that could be cute for her, actually.
Not she needs the black gay friend. Okay, let's come on. Ooh, with style, we gotta say that. And Pixie Polite. I don't like green on you, girl.
Next.
But
Yeah.
I felt bad, but I did not
That
like
musty
this.
blonde.
No, look, from head to the toe, this is bad.
It's really bad.
She looked like Meatball.
don't do that to Meatball.
You see, but we like.
I wasn't trying to insult Meatball, but she does.
Don't. This
She
is
got hit with that look.
The thing is, the green itself is actually a gorgeous color of green.
just not on her with that wig
Not
color
on her.
and that gold, and you're in the
Yeah.
clown paint.
And that face being that
Yeah.
white, everything.
Yeah.
It needed
Yeah.
some warmth in the chin and in the cheek, and that's where the issue is for me. Because she be looking like somebody carved her out, but not in the good way for turkeys. And it's like I like Pixie a lot. I just wish, damn girl, you should wear blue. Just saying, you look blue would have been that girl for you,
Mhm.
not this green.
I'm sure she has blue eyeshadow, don't she?
Or aubergine. That would have been a good color on her.
I'm over it, Eugene.
I can see that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That makeup though is just a horror.
Homer Simpson got a shotgun and hit Marge in the face. We find out that Danny and Cheddar, thank you, C. Digger, for knowing that reference. They're in the top two. We already know how this goes. What do we think about the lip sync in general here? I love that Shirley Bassey was the song and Pixie didn't have to perform it.
I was just waiting on one of the cameramen to like zoom in on her face and stop there for a second.
I thought Cheddar like murdered this, and I kind of wanted her to win, but
This
I
that
was
pose.
fine with Danny winning.
It's that pose, Blake. She every time she got to that spot, she hit this same mark, and I was like,
I was okay with Danny's performance. I don't think I like to see girls take clothes off in the finale, especially in Elegantly.
But the song choice with her taking off her clothes, I'm doing it my way. You know what I mean? Like this is my.
It just feels inelegant to start like undressing on stage if it's not like a snatch reveal. Like I was just like, oh girl, you shimmying this dress off. Like stop.
I would have been okay with a double winner.
I would have been okay with that.
I would have been okay with that. I mean, not
4
my
badges
favorite
apiece.
decision, but yeah.
And they're both white, so no one would have got angry.
Neither one of them lip synced the whole season.
Not one.
Not one.
Not one of them.
Mhm.
Oh wow, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, they could have equally taken that home. It's not like there was money involved.
Exactly. That's why I could have had a tie.
It's a TV show where one can call the other and say, like, hey girl, I need you as a guest.
Trinity and Monet. We're going on the show together. Got you. Oh, Crash, what you got for me? Thanks for the super chat. Baby Dakota and LaPhil could use another format to shine, something that isn't traditional Drag Race, if that makes sense. I agree, and I also want to say, baby, I hope whatever you're going through, I hope that you get through it. I hope that your mental health journey is on the right track. I wish you nothing but luck, success, and wealth. I know that you weren't shown on this show for the parts where they brought the girls back, but I know that you had a better reason and a better place to be in reference to that. So please make sure you give love to Baby out there because they were truly one of the most talented people on this season. And I will stand 10 toes down on that one. Will do.
Do they ever actually produce these shows for the producers of RuPaul's Drag Race? Because I don't feel like I see it. Or am I just not paying attention?
We asked that question one more time.
When they produce these shows for the winners of UK, and they're supposed to get their own thing on, produced by the Makers of World of Wonder, where are those shows at? Do I just not see them? Or
Wow
It's on
Presents
Wow
Plus. Wow
It's on Wow
Presents-
Presents Plus.
Yeah,
Do I-
that's where it be.
WoW Presents has created its own little universe unto drag. Like
Absolutely.
But I think the shady part about that, though, is that there are girls who have not won that were popular that have the same kind of shows as the girls that had to win this as a prize.
That are more
So
popular.
for example, Sex Ed with Vanjie and Cameron sits right next to what was Lawrence? I forget the name.
No,
of the show.
you also don't
It's right
forget
there.
Derek Barry and Kimora Black, right?
wait, what?
Honey, that show
What's
was
the adjective?
funny. That show was funny.
That show was funny.
I
It's
do miss
called-
that show.
What was the name of the show? It's not Wait What.
Hey, Homogenic says Crystal didn't do a show. We were thankful.
Then why did
Actually, well, she could have been on Painted by Raven, but then she would be stealing looks then too. You know what, Matt?
Well.
Okay, Danny Beard won the season. Good, Danny, you're the first bearded winner ever in Drag Race history. I think that you still deserve this, whether I wanted to double, whether it was just you or Cheddar. You gave this season, bitch, and I'm a new fan from the jump. From episode 1, I was like, oh, I like this motherfucker, and certainly proved that through the season. I love the emotional bearded lady. Okay.
The emotional bearded lady, because that's exactly what it was.
That's what she was.
I was here for it. But again, they all seem so supportive of each other too, which I appreciate. And also to the person who made up that lie about Pixie on Reddit, what is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Let me tell you what happened. So somebody saw a clip of something and made a whole story out of it, saying that Pixie was making fun of Jombers and caused her to cry and walk off. And that never happened. And they were trying to get people to attack Pixie. And then Pixie had to CC Jombers, and they're like, what the fuck is this? Girl, they're just making up anything. Yes. People are just making up stories just because they don't like somebody. Insane. Go on, Danny.
Too much time.
Too much time. Girl, that room must not be clean. That house must not be good looking. I'm telling you, wherever they staying at, it must not be there. All right, we're on to Dragula Titans, and we're really just going straight to the floor show because I know somebody can speak on this. Also, because I'm not about to go through that triangle again. I'm not Dooley.
we kind of read for like 2 hours. We don't need to revisit that.
We literally, I was yelling at people for a good 2 hours.
We wore that disclaimer out. That disclaimer was worn out.
I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
It was fun.
I'm not going to do it.
Coco replied to us on Twitter.
Coco, I think you don't know this, Dooley, because you don't be awake when this happens. She goes live on Instagram every time and watches the show, literally, and plays it all the way through the live on Instagram.
I've seen the screenshots, but you're right. I have not seen it when
You got to jump in there, friend. She talks back. She gives tea sometimes too. Y'all got to check out my sister Coco Kane. Okay. Now, Boulay Brothers, this is a zombie prom challenge. So they have to be a basic bitch to start with. Then all of a sudden they're bitten by a zombie and become disgustingly zombified. This is the look they chose.
Grandmother bitch.
Winchester?
I feel like if you're the host, you can wear whatever the hell you want to wear.
That's true. But I also would like to see it sometimes apply to the challenge to give us like, this is what the girl should be going for. So let's pop off.
Like when they did those little marine things and they wear those uncomfortable things on their head.
That part. So it was like, okay. Eris, you better say it. Coco is a part of the rant pack. Down. Pushing forward and pushing through here. Let's get to not having to see Erica Clash not get the assignment all the way. So let's go. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. We have guest judges Barbara Crampton and Tanaviv Du. I apologize. That picture I still didn't put up like I wanted to. It was the only one. I hate when it does that with Final Cut. They got to fix that. It'll be like, everything's fine. Then you post it. Picture's gone. First up is Abora. This is supposed to be prom, by the way.
I wouldn't even finish the episode. I'd like send her home right now.
The hole's there. Just drop her right there.
I want to say she was like, oh, they must just mean general high school. I can do anything that I want, just, being under the umbrella of high school prom. It's like
she takes the challenge and goes, you know what? I wouldn't have gone to prom. I wouldn't have. So I'm not going to act like that. So I'm just going to give them what I feel they want. It was boop. It was a boop. We didn't like it. We didn't like it.
Forehead.
Eva Destruction was fire for me as the nerdy werewolf girl at prom. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed this. Look at the tissues coming out the dress. Cute.
I love Eva Destruction. It just felt a bit simple in comparison to where her competitors are coming.
I mean, she was safe though, Blake,
Right. Yeah, she was safe.
She had got that immunity and said, I can help the other girls out. Clearly you did. Not a Bora, who's your bestie.
I can help the other girls.
Remember, Julie, when she said that, I was like, oh, so you're not in a competition.
So I'm safe today. I don't give a hell.
Astrud, as I like to call her, Aurelia is next. She was pretty here.
Pretty here.
Mhm.
Now, when we go to the other side,
Not the other side.
She looks like a 45-year-old woman living her child's best, like 17-year-old fantasy.
This is Buck Wild after she leaves the soup kitchen.
This is Buck Wild using her original voice.
Like, this woman looks.
You know, I'm from Rancho Cucamonga. And like that was like, baby, I'm from around that way. They don't talk, what? They don't talk like that.
Remember when Flavor was like, I'm sorry, but let me ask you this. Where the fuck did your voice go? Because where'd your accent go? Because
You know, when I'm nervous, this is how I talk. And I'm not staying in the house with that woman. No, I gotta go. Thank you. Your time is up.
like,
Bye.
Flav, I can't do this. Like, she was really giving that. I was like, no. Okay.
No.
No, we like Astrid. All right, so let's continue here.
You way more than that person they highlighted.
Who's so hating Blake? Thank you for that sneak. Hoso Teratoma, Trixie Mattel going to prom, and Kimchi and Trixie had a baby.
they gave them a critique of like, oh, I wanted them to paint more basic, but I felt like if she did, then it would have been like, I felt like we didn't really see you put your own stamp on your drag. And I'm just like, anybody that has a distinctive makeup style, it's like they're never going to be right. They're always going to be judged on it, and then as soon as they change it, they'll be critiqued.
I'm going to disagree with you.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm gonna do it later with Blake for Canada versus World. No, the reason why I'm just playing. The reason why is because what really would have taken away from her aesthetic when she turns into what she's going to turn into by not having by doing something different with the eye makeup. It is high key every look. And there's nothing wrong with that, but this would have been the one time when they said basic to not give this, because this is not a basic eye. It's not a basic eye. It's quite a severe one. So I don't know. That's just where I would be with that, Shamar. But I get what you're saying, though.
It's not bad. I feel like she can't do anything right. Like if she went too basic, then they would have probably. I feel like they would have found something wrong with it. But
no, they like her, not like the other girls in the show.
And see, my one critique of that when they critique her eye makeup is like that's actually really rooted in her culture and how she paints herself. And so to tell her to change that to do something that feels much more white is like strip your heritage from your drag and see what you got. And I don't like that.
This cocoa butter. Ooh, honey. Listen, I take Blake's point and I raise you double. Okay, I'm here for these opinions today. We're going to pass her on the left-hand side. She was so pretty, though, regardless. Like, the whole tear bit. I was like, yeah, go on, girl, sir.
She got home.
Coco Kane is next. Black Barbie.
She's clicking. And she's clicking up.
Clear it up.
She's clicking, but she's clicking up. Like, she's hit her stride and she's blossoming, and like I can't tell you when it started, but her last several looks have been actually really, really good. She's taking the theme and doing it her way in a way that it's helpful to like what the challenges are and showing who she is. Like I can't drag her. Like this is hard.
And it's nice to see her without that big ass breastplate.
What I would have liked to have seen is her not do the art pop makeup, pop art makeup that she does, where she does the lines like that, which is fine. But again, that's just my same critique for like Hoso, where it was like, you could have just went, but again, it's their aesthetic, their drag. Let me be more respectful of it. But yeah, this was Black Barbie down.
Wait,
she gonna work with the pink later.
I was like, ain't the black one Teresa? And the chat got me together. They was like, no,
verify, yeah, it was like, in the Black Barbie Teresa. I was like, Teresa. It's actually Stacey.
I'm not a Barbie fan, girl. I don't know nothing. I can give you 5%. Yeah. I don't know.
It was actually Stacey. See, call me Waylon Smithers then.
Oh, come on, Smithers.
I was watching Simpsons last night, y'all. Please forgive me. I had season 4 through 7 going. Victoria Black. I thought this was like the category. I was like, okay, there you go. She's clearly going to win this, prom queen. She's the girl who doesn't have big titties, so she said, "I'm gonna have this nice big ass bow, and we're gonna give you what it gives." I thought it was pretty, and she made it.
Yeah, I was like, "Yep, Victoria's one at the top." I knew from there.
Don't hit at the right place at the end.
She's giving me voting for Trump 2024. All right. Or better yet, I don't have anything against gay people. I just don't want them reading books to our children.
And that part, we're here.
Wait, Keisha did that at her last show. the whole map speech.
It was, oh, really? I'm a fucking professional here. Are you trying to make me look bad? Can't. Oh, Melissa B. Fierce is next. This to me was more pageant than prom, personally. But I thought it was still beautiful. But I was like, no, she's winning the pageant. She's up there with Taylor trying to compete, like that girl. But I thought it was beautiful.
I mean,
prom too. I thought this was prom because I feel like this is the way I would do prom. It's like most girls are gonna wear pink. Like, let me wear something very different. Like this was it for me.
Okay.
Melissa could have won this if she just didn't do what she did.
The praise dancing?
If she just didn't do what she did for the next part of her runway, she could have won this.
That girl caught the Holy Spirit. Okay.
Even if she did, it's just her fact that all her girl will see it.
Oh, yeah, I did. But yeah, I thought this was still more pageant for me, but she's still in high school. But I didn't get prom for this. I would have a simpler dress, but I thought she was still beautiful. Eva Destruction, holy shit, your face was amazing.
Oh,
like this, I said, Dooley, remember I said this is like the cover to a movie where zombies are.
It's box art. It's box art.
Box art down.
That's actually terrifying.
Like, seriously.
We can appreciate this because we're of a certain age, but like I remember being young and like wandering the aisles of Blockbuster, and some of that box art used to scare the out of me, baby. And like that took me there.
When you read the synopsis,
Child's Play 2's cover art with the scissors and that damn Jack in the Box bitch scarred me for life.
Puppet Master,
and Child's Play 3 too.
Hell's Razor used to get me. I used to be like, "Mama, wait."
Mine was also Nightmare on Elm Street too, when he had the like claws hanging over, and it was like, "Oh my god, what is that?"
Friday the 13th were good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, see, they don't have cover art like that
no
no more.
With the snake going through the eye used to send me.
Yeah, they don't have cover art like that no more. They don't have it. It's everybody's trying to do like, the Star Wars, like, we're just gonna put this all in there. Like, oh my God. No shade, but I miss those days. Coco Kane is next. Low-key, she would have won if it wasn't for Victoria, and that was T. I was like, oh. But she gave Sex Demon, or Sex Zombie, I should say. That's a bone sticking out, Chris. I had to be very careful with some of these pictures because a lot of it was graphic, what they were showing.
Yeah.
But her face was on it. Her face was
correct.
One of the judges had pointed out, it's like Coco, and while everybody else was like scared and like, oh my God, I can't believe it. She was like, oh yes, girl, I just turned to a bunny, get into it. Like she was leading full into the characters.
I'm surprised you didn't censor this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised you didn't censor this.
This is makeup. Well, this is makeup, so I don't have to, but if it gives any indication, like the bone that was sticking out that she was rubbing on, now I couldn't show that because she had a bone. She was like low-key playing with it in the hole. I was like, oh my God. But she gave pain was pleasure. Mm-hmm.
This is America, Lord forbid you gay, but violence we love.
Yeah.
I can't. All right. Hoso Teratoma is next. This one I had to censor a lot, Chris. Because
you can't even show her body.
Honey, her entire body, it basically exploded open with her rib cage out, and her intestines were just falling all over the place, and she was giving more Resident Evil than zombie. And well, take that back, because zombie, Resident Evil, but more of the T virus, you know what I'm saying, versus like someone bit her. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go.
I didn't love it.
Yeah, it was cool for me, but I got more the thing again, but like Hoso's version, because the mouth was starting to open up and make things happen, and the ribs was doing stuff, and I was like, okay, she got the T virus, T down, Event Horizon, maybe. Ooh, that was a good movie, in case y'all ever saw that.
And I guess that was my issue with it. It's like, it wasn't zombie.
Mm-hmm.
It just wasn't the challenge for me.
Moving forward.
Mm.
Abora is next, Chop.
Moving forward.
I should have given my preemptive chop. Chop.
It's that mouth for me. It was like, girl, what?
That's all it is the mouth?
I mean, it was the only thing that I remembered is the mouth.
Not the nose, not that caw. Like, she always wants to look like that one crow that sits on a scarecrow. I cannot.
She was late.
Oh, I forgot about the titties.
Yeah, see how they're in
And they
different
was-
spaces? They look like shoulder pads.
I mean, she could have used that to her aesthetic, like, oh, they started flopping off my body. I don't know.
She was also falling constantly, so just like Cheddar Gorgeous, she got that edit where it was like, no, we'll wait until talk about you later. Astrid Aurelia. Okay, you had the nerve to be talking about what Melissa had going on when you're giving Phantom of the Opera.
Baby, you see that latex not connected?
Thank you, Blake. I was like, you're reading who? Like, who you reading, bitch? I know you ain't reading that girl. Like, you over there giving the same. Look at this.
Oh, wait, is that a mask? What is that?
It's supposed to be ripped skin, I believe.
But it looks like someone's about to play an organ and lure them down to the basement. Like, I don't understand what's happening here.
But the jewels are perfect.
Yes, but the bodysuit doesn't make any sense with this. With her
No,
face.
I'm saying the jewels are like in perfect type shape, not that they're.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure.
Like at least spray paint them or something. Shit.
Right.
Oh, so basically her jewelry had no effect here after she was eating people. It was,
Right.
stayed the same.
Never mind that her body's decayed all around it, but the jewels just.
If this was Zombie Land, they'd rob her body. Yeah, they would. They'd use it to trade for gas. She was also doing this while being a zombie because, Sierra's lean is very zombie.
Oh, girl.
She was also one of the ones getting fake voguing, or no-gang, rather.
Yep, that was the one. Sponsored by Oscar. Oscar wouldn't have nothing to do with that, not even the baloney.
Baloney has a first name.
The baloney has a second name. So Victoria Elizabeth Black is next, and once again, she's going to give us Universal Studios tease. Apparently, her organs are now wrapped into her hair, just like the bow, and it constricts her from, just like you would see in sort of a game, like some woman walking around trying to bite you. Ow, ow, ow. Like, I loved it. Thought it was everything.
I need to see a step-by-step tutorial on her prosthetics because you can't see where one begins and the other one ends.
Baby, and that's what I critiqued to Melissa was so poignant because it was like, don't try to compare because you can't compete.
Oh, this is so right.
I love it when Blake give me these moments in my life. I swear. Okay, it's all right. It's everything. It's everything. Ooh, the face. That face.
Isn't it scary though? Like y'all, like, oh my god.
She makes these herself.
This is Universal Studios tease. Like, this is good.
The only way she's losing this season is she does it herself.
When she explains it, she be making it sound so easy. Yeah, girl, I took some glue and then mixed it, and we be sitting there like, you did what?
Like you could go to Michael's and buy these things for $3 a piece and just make it yourself.
You
no,
can just pull up. You went to Home Depot and Frank's and just made it.
So Melissa apparently was bitten by a Christian Walker zombie. So half of it was there. I don't know. She started praise dancing and shaking, and she hit the floor, and she, I don't know what the pastor said, but Now look at this. Now, girl. I thought she was wiping herself with an old makeup wipe that had been sitting on the floor. It was like, oh, I need to clean this off.
That's her lower jaw.
And then she got on this ground, y'all, and I was like,
and they praised her for that. It's like Melissa really went for it. So Melissa looks insane.
It was a strobe light for me. I was like, what is going on here?
If your looks not going to be a 10, at least make the performance everything.
Well, you see, I thought her performance gave what she gave for her look,
Oh,
not the assignment. But this was fun. This part right here was. I will not show what Coco and Victoria were doing because that part was actually fucking nasty. Grabbing at their prosthetics and pulling. Oh, that shit was nasty. Oh, I was like, oh my God, stop. But that's why they were top 2, low key. Look at how Eva is dancing by herself because of that whole situation where somebody. The bullies always give great critiques for me. I love how they do their job. But the winner of this week's episode was Victoria Elizabeth Black. Coco was literally runner-up. They said, hey, if Victoria can't do anything, you take over your duties. But as a twist, the Boulay said, Victoria, since you won, you have to make the decision of who is the bottom 2, and then we'll choose from there.
Oh, who?
I love that.
the shade of it all.
I loved it. It was Coco Kane saying, look, I don't think I need to go over my track record or to say any reason as to why I should say. And then she just sat back on it. I was like, oh, and there it is. And then proceeded to say, I think you should put Astrid and Deborah in the bottom because one never gets the assignment and the other one causes issues in this place. Astrid was annoying me this episode, so I ain't gonna say too much. I've already yelled at her all Wednesday.
Only this episode?
All of them.
I thought we had a good rapport. Why would you say those things about me?
You're up for elimination, and you victimized yourself and turn your guilt. I'm not going to use the other letters I could put before that, but you real quick turn on Melissa to go, how are you talking to me this way? Meanwhile, in your confessionals, you've been dragging bitches. Get out of here. Get out of here. Giving Yovska energy.
I would love to see Yaska do this runway.
You would have got a pillow with blood on it.
Pillow with blood.
You show right.
What a moment.
It would have been tuberculosis, bitch. All right, so moving past this moment here. We're going to move past this. Listen, Abora's wide set titties and Astrid's annoyance were put up for elimination. Abora is gone. Thank God. Because now maybe Astrid can just focus on Hoso and that can just be its own thing that we don't care about further. Canada versus the world. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Please hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become a part of this Rant Pack family. I'm putting up this disclaimer early, bitch, because I already know where this is about to go. No, this show is for entertainment purposes, and these opinions are their own. We all represent ourselves here, but this is my channel, and I can do what I want. I'm a big girl now. So, thank you. I'm a big girl. That's still one of my favorite beats. Come on, Baltimore music. All right, so once we got back into the workroom from Canada versus the world, everyone's favorite Big Lotto had left the competition, and we were left with just 8. As we were talking about certain things that were taking places here, Victoria had brought up that there was a lyric in Stephanie's verse that kind of rubbed them the wrong way. And that term was fishy, okay? And so Victoria explains on her behalf why that was an issue for her and what that means for her as a person. Stephanie took that, received it, and said, okay, we're going to work on that. Now, a lot of people had different takes on this. A lot of people turn this to, this is white women shit. I saw some of you Black women that were also talking about this and were also found issue with it. So I don't think it's necessarily just that. I spoke about this in my own video in discussing how fishy can be considered derogatory since it refers to more of a smell, but also the fact that I was more so speaking out against these particular folks saying, y'all are trying to oppress the gays and take words away from the culture. Meanwhile, that came from Black trans women in the ballroom scene, trying not to giving unclockable realness. Daytime fish is how they would refer to that, because she cannot be clocked if she walk out in the street and not get tagged or beat. But they took that term out of the ballroom. I don't hear it as much anymore. Of course, it's been adopted into the drag world because people like to steal or just bring it there because there are trans women who are drag queens. Hello. And now it's being a conversation. So I guess I would like to ask y'all's opinion on this. I gave mine in reference for this. I am on Victoria's side, but I also get the nuances of people going, well, why isn't she mad about Snatch or see you next Tuesday or this, that, and the other? And I'm like, well, those come in different contexts and they have different balances for that. But I also get where people can still feel, like you're picking one thing to be mad about. But, what do y'all feel? Or who wants to go first?
I was expecting Jamar since he's like right under you, but
I mean,
do you want me to?
I'll go. So I recently just saw the episode, and look, I didn't know anything that was going on. Like, people were mad at her or sent her like hate or anything. It was just like me as a viewer and my Black gay man experience. So when I saw it, it just really made me like just raise an eyebrow just a little bit. And she said it respectfully, but I unfortunately just saw the optics to that. It's just like, a white woman telling a person of color, like, policing it, kind of. And that's just kind of how I saw it. I don't know. It's just, this space is being made inclusive for you. So when you come into this space, it's just kind of like, I don't know. That's just how I saw it when I first.
Okay.
And it kind of also made me think of like, how Lizzo and Beyonce got like flack for saying,
I want to real quick, bro, you've had some passionate opinions on this, and I want you to still have those moments, but I'm going to clock you right here. She was talking about how she knew it was going to be an issue later by her even speaking about it, not crying in her confessional that Stephanie just did it in general, but the fact that she's worried about the backlash that she would get for even mentioning it, which guess what? So there was validity in that moment here, but I get where Chris is coming from too. I like to hear, before I get to Blake, Jamar's opinion on this.
Okay. So I'm a little, this is a very dangerous and fine line.
This is also a queer woman too, by the way.
It part of me feels
yeah,
like
but
I
got her privilege too,
can't tell.
Sorry.
I can't tell, a woman how to feel about a term that's talking about a woman, just like she can't tell us how to feel about the word, FAG. So if she's offended by it and she's like, hey, I feel this way about this word, can we choose not to use it in my presence because I can't control what you do in your own time? Let's just not use it in this space so that I'm comfortable, we're all good, and let it just be that. Because a lot of times we as gay people, or at least as cis men, don't equate that to being a bad thing. We look at it as, okay, you're fishy. If I'm talking to somebody else that's in my community, this is a good thing. You look like a woman who work. But they, like cis women always ask you, like, what does that mean? And it's like, when we break it down, it's like, well, we use it as like a term of, something that's positive, but, it kind of comes from the smell and, all that stuff. So they kind of feel that way about it. And I'm like, you know what? I can see why that's, that could be offensive, but we don't use it that way, but, that's how it can be determined. So I'm like, look, if she says, hey, this offends me, we just kind of have, as, the people that aren't affected by that word, just be like, okay, let's respect it and move forward, which is what I want to say happened in this instance.
No, they were fine. From my understanding, there was a conversation that we never got to see because all we got was this. Like, let's stop it there and then just move on with the episode. It's like, no, you should have had a rebound into that so that way we could know all things were good and things were understood. But here's the thing. I'm seeing a lot of people going, well, I'm this and I'm not offended by it. Listen, it's not just because it didn't touch you doesn't mean it doesn't touch somebody.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel about those moments. You know what I mean? But I want to hear from others before I wrap this up. And I see some chats that I'm going to give a highlight to before their bio miss. Let me do you first real quick. I hear Chris, but she's queer herself and has that part being discussed. My issue is the use of a dated term just to be misogynistic deliberately. Before you go there, Jamar, let me get we got to touch somebody else first real quick. Blake, what are your opinions on this?
So, I think this conversation constantly challenges my sensibilities and like my privilege, because I understand the term, where it comes from, why it's used, etc. I'm also sensitive to people telling you things that make them uncomfortable or that like reinforce misogyny or patriarchy, you know, in ways that we are designing a space. And I think sort of what kind of triggered me is like Chris was like, we're creating a space for you. It's like, no, we're creating a space for us.
Mm-hmm.
And that requires us to be thoughtful about how we use language. And when someone says that language is hurtful in some context, how we think about changing that language, right? And so what the hypothetically 5 of us do behind closed doors in the language we choose to use should not be, I think, necessarily communicated in a space where we know someone else is offended by that. And I think the messenger is important because Hollow Eve brought the same thing up on Dragula, and I would not have said the same thing about if Hollow Eve said the same thing to me.
I was actually with her on that, but I also want to be very clear that when you say these spaces that we let her be in, no, she's already in the space as being a part of the community, you know. But she is a white woman, and I'm going to answer. Oh, homogeneity, I got you. Misogyny when it comes to women, and I'm not going to speak on behalf of women, but like white women, black women experience a whole nother world, and a lot of that argument that's coming from is because there have been issues in the past when it comes to women's rights where it really, some women only look out for a particular set of women, if you get where I'm going with this. And then when it comes to misogynistic terms and certain things like that, a lot of black women feel like white women don't have their back. That's what I know. That's from the messages I got today when I was reading about this, and I had many different people coming to me, talking to me about this. That's where that stems from. You know what I'm saying? But we'll continue because I don't want to take away everyone's time to talk here. Dooley, you have something to say on this one?
I don't have anything new to add. Jamar and Blake really took my perspectives and kind of explained them differently. Mm-hmm. To add on to what you were just talking about, unfortunately, misogyny has had a very different impact on Black women and women of color compared to white women, and the receipts are there through like third wave feminism. Black women specifically were not included in their crusades for freedom. So you have texts like "Ain't I a Woman" by Sojourner Truth. Like that was back in like the early 1800s. Mm-hmm. She's kind of one of the earliest women kind of talking about that. You have Ida B. Wells Barnett through like Audre Lorde and Bell Hooks. Like you have all of these prolific Black wominists. I call them wominists over feminists. I think there's some slight nuance there, but like
because we don't say female,
we say womanists. Yeah. But you have these like really important, like prolific Black women specifically outlining how their experience as someone who is Black compounds with their with their femalehood, their womanness. And so as much as I agree that like women are still impacted by patriarchy because men be out here manning.
It just happened a few months ago. We literally lost the rights to their bodies. Like, what are we doing here today?
Literally. So like all women are impacted by that. But because of the specific system that the world is, Black women have some additional negative impacts, which is why you have to include race in the conversation.
There we go. And so
can I also just say one thing too?
Yeah, absolutely.
I do understand, you know, like she's justified in feeling that way, and I agree with her. You know, I wouldn't say it, you know, once she said it offends her, you know. But yeah, it's just from my experience, like living in New York, it's just like white gay people, like they always want to be disenfranchised for some reason, you know.
And
I think that's a point. That is a point.
Oh, see, Diggy, I said all that in my review, so we're gonna keep that rolling. I stand
where
in
I'm coming from, like just hearing that, like not hearing anybody else's opinion, just me watching the show. So
yeah, but it's also me going to Twitter, seeing some, you know, bald-headed bastard sit there and talk about, oh, she shouldn't be on the show trying to take from our culture. You're a white man. What are you talking about culture for, boo-boo? Like, what are you talking about?
Because
like
everything you have has been given to you by us.
Honey, and you have generational wealth sitting on your sides way more than we do because a lot of it was taken from us. Let's not take us to Oklahoma. Let's not go in history and talk about Black Wall Street and how that went down. Let's not do that today. So I would say to this, so we can understand where we're coming from here. I think everybody has an understanding where Victoria comes from and wants to respect that. There are nuances laced in this that go deeper than just that word, which is fucking true. But I also would like to say that out of respect to Victoria and how she feels, and to women in general that find that term to be derogatory, I'm not speaking on behalf of all of you ladies, because, you know, some of y'all saying, that doesn't bother me, that doesn't bother me. It doesn't have to bother you, but it bothers others. Just like all of us Black people don't have to agree on the same Black thing. Look at Christian Walker, look at Candace Owens, look at Kanye West. Hello. But you may go to them saying, well, that Black person said so, it must be okay. They don't speak for the majority or the minority of us. They speak for themselves. That part.
It's like the N word. You know, some of us love it, some of us hate it. Like,
exactly. Some of us use it in our vocabulary every day. And some people will still use this word with their friends. But I think that we should all recognize the spaces that we're in, just like how we have to walk into certain rooms sometimes and change it up a little bit so that we can make it through. The same thing should apply in this sort of situation here. I think Victoria being attacked for this is ridiculous.
I agree.
But I am glad the conversation happened because it did show a lot of people's hoods.
Yeah, like there's a lot of nuanced parts of this conversation. I also think it's kind of duplicitous for us to be like, okay, like we gotta evolve and gotta change, and like language evolves over time, and it generally evolves in a way that gives credence, protection, and acknowledgement of the most vulnerable parts. And we're now having more nuanced conversations about women's place in LGBT like history and life. They've been there forever, but like we're now having more real conversations about that. And so like it behooves us to have this conversation, because people that have helped build for us and to protect us are telling us that we're doing something that's hurting them, which loops back to Jamar's conversation of like, it's not my place as a cis gay man to talk about how.
Brian, not to the point that you even think it's going there, baby. And I know what you feel with that one, but to a bunch of Black men having that conversation,
girl,
you can't. As a white gay person, you can be oppressed, but it will never be on the foundation of your race. It'll be class. It'll be
the fact that you're gay.
You're ugly. It'll be ability. So we're not saying that you cannot be oppressed. The oppression just doesn't show up in the way that folks try to make it appear.
And it wouldn't be as much and as clear as it is for Black gay men, and exactly for et cetera, or Black women that are in LGBTQI plus, like all of that. So, you know, I hear you, and I'm like, yeah, on certain things for sure, but like,
me too, politicking.
Not for what we go through.
Politicking. I would encourage the girls, if you ever get curious, so you have misogyny, but then you have misogynoir, which is specific to, it's the misogyny that impacts Black women specifically. Google that and get into it. You might learn something.
Ooh, Julie, you might have to spell that for some girls.
If you get to a misogynistic and noir, you can figure out. So
misogynoir. Did you know this?
You know, so to all women watching out there, nothing but respect and love to you all. However this word affects you, however any other word affects you, anybody that was touched by this one, however you identify, all of that in the above. Here at the Matty Rants channel, we believe everybody has a voice in a space, as long as you're not racist, homophobic, misogynistic, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Also, just a reminder, this show is for entertainment purposes only, because I don't know who's watching this right now, about to give me my monetization badge, but bitch, I just need to be covering my bases here. Let's talk about Snatch Game and get into it. But yes, I hope you all received this information well. I had a very long discourse on my review. Thank y'all for listening to that. I hope that you received what these gentlemen had up here. We are not women. Okay, so we will never know truly what y'all go through at all. But we can try our best to be allies to you in this situation, not just for one woman, but for all women. Okay, cool. Speaking of people who needs to get a grip, RuPaul up here talking on somebody's screen. Ben Platt.
Okay, because don't she kind of with the haircut?
I said that is
waving through a window.
I was like, Ben Platt stretched is up here with a new face. You know, but Brooklyn introduces the reading challenge.
Oh, Jesus.
Whatever. It was a challenge.
It was
Nigga, you texting the group chat as you were watching it was very funny. Because I
also, Where was the outrage for having the man on there who did full blackface be a guest on the show
Can we
to be
talk about
celebrated?
it?
Y'all had so
I
much
was
for
like,
Victoria, but when Justin walked through the door,
ooh.
y'all was licking dick. So I don't want to hear it.
Because her and Rita Baker both got a whole bunch in common, baby. And
Sat there
we
and
can
looked at each
tell
other like a
myself-
mirror.
Those pictures
just
of
been
Justin
inclusive.
and brownface are bad.
Bad.
They are bad.
Bad.
Now, as an American, I can't sit up here and laud our politicians because they be on some mess too, baby. So I can hold that as true.
Throw a
However,
rock at you and hit. You can't throw a rock.
however, when Mama got up there and was like, "We do diversity just as the other girl," and I was like, "Whoa!"
You don't.
Well, first of all, you saw Silky's face when Raja was asking that question too, and it was like Raja was like, "What about the diversity out here?" And Silky turned to the camera like, and I was like, "Whoa, yeah." My sister's educated.
I'm sure the indigenous girls have something to say right now, baby. Because what?
And somebody was like, "Well, Matt, they've apologized for that. So why are you holding it against them?" I don't have to accept anybody's fucking apology. That's one.
I'm over apologies, hopes and wishes, baby. This is capitalism. I need some economic sanctions, and somebody needs to get paid because y'all done made up a whole country off of these people's heart.
And
So go ahead
also,
and drop some coins.
two, me accepting somebody's apology should not negate you from how you should feel by watching this show, asking for me to do something like that, when in reality, I don't like anybody that did that shit. And I want to be respectful to them, but that stuff still sits in my brain when I look at someone who literally mocked an entire race. Do you hear me? Are you sure? Okay. Like, just saying, like, I don't have to sit there and be like, "Oh, okay, sure, girl." But I can also be like, okay, well, you know, they gave something. They gave something here. I look at actions afterwards. That's why Miss Hannah got my tie. I look at actions afterwards, not people who said it one time and then walked away from it. Like, "Oh, I've made my apology. Don't be mean to me anymore." This was terrible. Anita, you won by default, and your jokes weren't even that funny.
They were not.
Ooh, so bad.
Bad.
But
So bad.
Takura, I will just say this is true. It is important that there was a world leader that we saw on the show. And I made that point during my review too. Like, I may feel some kind of way, but it was like, okay, this is a big deal. It's a big deal. You know, it was a big deal for Nancy to wobble on up there too. You know what I'm saying? Can't believe she made that far.
She's been there twice, right?
She's been there twice, yeah.
With them heels too. That girl be carrying pumps with them ankles on brittle. See how they were talking? Y'all arguing on behalf of people that don't even need to. Da 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 da.
All part of the episode.
So bad. Such a bad episode of Snatch Game.
That's been Platt, y'all. How did Brooklyn Heights know who Spice was, and who gave her access to VH1 and Love and Hip Hop?
Right.
She didn't know who Spice was.
It gagged me, Blake. I was like, "How do you know?" Like,
No, she did not know who that girl was.
No, she was the one that told. She was the one that told her to do Spice. She's like, "Oh, please do Spice." Like, da 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 da. I'm like, did they?
When she said Spice is Jamaican and I'm Jamaican, she was like, "Oh, well, bitch, yeah, I would just be Jamaican."
Oh, then Vanjie didn't have Love and Hip Hop in the house when they was together. Listen, she did good, just fine. She gave a couple of, when she said that, you know, them phrases and, you know, that are very fucked up in Jamaica now. I was like, oh, nobody said so. They don't know what the word means. Okay. I heard that clot and I was like, oh.
Several variations of clot. I was like, oh no.
I was like, oh my God.
I was okay. I mean, she was just being Jamaican.
She was being the last person she was for Snatch Game on UK3. You're not
gonna send me home because of this performance.
Oh, not the Kimora Moore coming out like, "I wish you would send me home on this day with these chains on, bitch." Shout out to Kimora Moore for the show. Yuck.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of ironic that her conversation started this whole conversation that we just had it, and we just had it, Lord. Just had, and we still kind of ended up here. And I just thought that was very ironic. Like, we're having this conversation about gender, and I was like, baby, what is this? It's giving stereotypical ghetto girl, and it was not delivered very well.
Oh, Dooley. Do you want to go there? Because I was flat.
I don't disagree, Dooley.
Cardi, there's layers to Cardi B, and I think it's people like to boil her down to, oh, she dumb, she from the Bronx, da da da. You got
smart.
business Cardi. She is very smart. And
Politics Cardi. Oh yeah.
You got politics Cardi. You got business Cardi with the wig when she be going to court. You
got courthouse Cardi.
And with my baby. Like there's different kinds of Cardi, and they all kind of work together to give you this funny, very intelligent, like hood person. And I think Stephanie focused too much on the little and expectations or whatever without really understanding the core of like Cardi B.
AOL Instant Messenger, DSL dial-up teas with them noises that she was making. Go in, Blake.
I agree with Julie, but I think that one of the issues with doing characters like Cardi is when you rely on catchphrases, you don't think about everything else that makes up that person, right? So if you're gonna do Cardi, you got to go look at Cardi B's interviews. Like, how does Cardi B show up on shows like The Hype? You know, like, what does Cardi B look like when she's not, you know, giving it to you for Instagram or for TikTok? Like,
but her Instagram be a key too, though. All tea, like she be talking.
Some of the times they do, but like, I think again, it's like when you do Whitney. Whitney's not just her substance use. Like, there's a whole gamut of Whitney that you can pick from without having to just rely on the simple joke of what you get to see on TV.
Imagine if someone showed up in a bathtub as Whitney Houston for Snatch Game.
Don't do it.
Oh, no.
The way I would have, bitch, I would have transcended. Do you hear me?
No.
I'm just saying, can we talk about this Muppet Baby titty bop sitting in the front here with this uncomfortable breastplate that she got on, this breast bib?
And like, if you're gonna do Cardi's all about proportions. Like, you gotta go to the extremes with all of that. Like,
she's not even shaped like
hood glamour, but it's still glamour. Like,
it's glamour.
But like, she looks like one of Jim Henson's creatures he left on the table that did not make it to Sesame Street. Like, wrong. This is what the Cookie Monster was trying to look like. Look at the pupils down there. This looks ridiculous. Jamar, you got something to add for this nonsense?
I really love that look in the Money video too, and then to see this, it's just I take offense. Wait, was this WAP or Money? Was this WAP or Money? This was WAP.
No, this was. Oh, this was WAP. Oh, okay.
WAP. Excuse me. But still, it was one of my favorite. I'm just like, girl.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Prince doing Cardi B. No. Like,
Cardi
it just
B has been done twice now. Neither that great.
Y'all gonna understand that some of these artists ain't the artists that you want them to be.
It's really not. We're gonna have to put her on the table with Lady Gaga and Beyonce. Just don't do the memo.
I don't think so. I think Gaga and Beyonce are even more inaccessible than Cardi. I think Cardi gives you enough material to work with. You just got to be smart enough to figure it out.
Yeah.
What did y'all think of Rita Baga as Michelle Obama?
Girl.
Sorry, Rita Baga as somebody who literally is her. Because she just played herself.
I was gonna say it felt like she played herself.
She did.
She did.
Serviceable.
It was a French Canadian. I was like, oh, okay.
You people don't know who this girl is anyway, so
and didn't.
Yes. Go ahead, Michelle Obama. What'd you have to say? What you got?
I got nothing.
Y'all gonna be mad at me for whatever. Rita Baga was giving all kinds of we go high, we don't go low. Okay, let's keep on moving here. Oh wow. Adele's about to sell us a house, y'all.
Right? What was this? Like, Adele wasn't even that long.
She was like a Bob's Burgers character.
Well, so when did Adele ever look like this?
Not even Adele.
Pink.
And there's so many different Adele she could have chose, you know? Like in the 19 era, she stayed with a cigarette hanging out her mouth. Or like around 21, you know, it was so easy. I don't get how she messed this up.
Should I give up? Yes.
But after Adele on season 7, I don't know that this character needed to be recycled. And so she had a difficult lift.
Yeah,
a difficult lift to begin with.
I wouldn't buy houses in there. If I
she
saw
does
that,
look like a realtor though.
Remax, bitch, or Prudential. I'm telling you,
a realtor for a trailer park home. No shit, like Kentucky.
Oh,
A
or one of those,
trademark?
or one of those new neighborhoods,
Sorry for
Blake.
people in Kentucky.
But no, one of those new neighborhoods, Blake, where all the houses look the same.
Yeah, it's like a pop-up home.
And it's like everyone's a different color, though. And that's the selling point. And they have a community pool. No shade to anybody that lives like that. But I'm always like, honey, we no.
And girl, to be clear, my house looks the same as everybody else's on this block.
So that read is personal. But listen, not out Blakeisha. It's okay. It's okay. It's giving me, we don't want them in our neighborhood.
That part.
We need
to bring
to
down the
see
property value. That's what I was gonna say, Gregory. That would have been kind of been funny. She show up in
I don't
Benson
think that
now.
would have been funny.
Oh God, it would probably done a better impression than Stephanie. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see here. I mean, she could have just sat there and
at least be funny.
why not sit there and be like, I can't, my voice is out. You know,
I've got nodules.
Come on now.
is this Vegas? No, I can't. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. This table was a little better, but not too much. I love you, Silky. You were you.
And that's what she was before.
Yep, for T.S. Madison. I love her down, but this was Silky dressed as Lizzo for Halloween. It's about damn time. She yelled at everybody. She started.
Silky.
Like honestly, even when she asked him to shake, it was giving attitude check. I was like, okay.
It was giving attitude check.
I'm shocked she didn't have nothing, a proper device with her. I'm shocked. The flute was funny though. I was here for it. The flute was funny. Nope. The best person for me and the best advice Brooklyn ever, goddamn, the best advice Brooklyn ever gave somebody was telling Isis to do Donatella Versace. There are so many versions you could do. I did a Maya Rudolph's version of Donatella Versace. A chain smoking mess. That's how I would have done it. But this was good. And it was good because she was annoyed through half of the show. So Brooklyn had to keep coming to her. And she was just basically echoing the opinions. Like, what are we doing here? What's going on? I loved it.
I loved it. I think Donatella Versace gives you the opportunity to go back into like, when this no longer suits me, I'm gonna just be the disaffected gay because I don't want to be here. And that's exactly what she did. It's like I'm not even a character. I'm Isis and I don't want to be here right now.
Does anyone have a light for this cigarette? I've been smoking on it for the last 30 minutes and no, it's not even lit. Like that like she had to laugh at herself for that one and got out of character, but it was actually funny. Now, I think someone who may have been in their mind a bit deep here for a character they could have clearly done very well, and they were giving somewhat the performance, because I know of Kim Woodburn and her tease, is Victoria Scone, but this was very boring and safe. And I was like, girl, you could have really gone there.
Incredible. I forgot she was even on here.
Yeah, she was cleaning.
She should have did that British woman that cooks. Julia
Child?
Maybe.
Anna Garden.
I think that was her, Julia Child.
Anna Garden.
I'm Garden with it, but I was like, is that just where you go?
Anna Garden.
Dooley, I'm over here trying to keep up because Blake almost took me out with that one. I had to think about it. I was like, oh, wow. Mary Berry? No.
Mary Cherry?
Who? I ran to some of the girls this weekend, and they thoroughly enjoy our shade. And I think it's funny that the girls here know that we throw shade at her.
Who? I ain't talking about slippers. So, okay, I have to speak on this because I thought Roger.
I do too as a New Orleans.
I know you do, Chris, because I was over there like, y'all, I have spent time in New Orleans. I have danced behind Vodka Radul and the crew for quite some time. I was on stage with Frida, Katie Red, Sissy Nobi, and all of them with the Sissy Bounce girls. That accent was Dallas Orleans. It was not New Orleans accent. And Frida is real, like that accent's strong, bitch. Yeah. Go ahead, Chris, because I know you was like, now what's happening here?
At first, I was just like, no. And they're laughing at this. I'm like, have they been to New Orleans? But it was funny as it went on because it was just such a caricature.
She gave commentary.
She was getting better when she started.
She was giving commentary because it was like, girl, you look at all this stuff that's going over here. Her babies weren't really right for me. I was waiting. You heard me. I was waiting for, because most people in New Orleans, child, from my time being there, at the end of every sentence is a question.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? You heard me? You know, you want to go to the store and get a cold pot? You
Want
heard?
to
Like,
go to the corner store. You
okay.
already know.
Well, I should say a big shot. That's what I go and get a big shot. Because every time I went to New Orleans, I got the Sapples chips. I got my big shot, little boudin on the side. I was waiting for certain elements of Big Frida to happen, and she gave like just surface level, which was fine. And compared to a lot of other people, I was entertained. So I was happy Roger did good here, but I was waiting for some real. I was waiting for that. You know,
the only thing about Roger's performance that I did kind of cringe at is when she was like, "Ooh, the Louisiana public school system." I said, "Ooh,
right." But I was
but I also was like, she ain't lying. So
yeah,
you know,
but I just feel like, can you say that?
I was gagged, but I also was like,
the best schools to go to in New Orleans was the ones that you can get shot at. So.
And I had Vodka used to tell me stories about when they went to high school and shit. He's like, girl, these Houston girls, y'all don't know. I'm like, oh, really? He said, bitch. Yeah, there was no drawl. There we go. No drawl, honey. I was looking for it. I just
already
know. She said Earl, though.
Huh?
She said Earl, though.
Yeah, she did. But even though you already know, it didn't go to that level that I was hoping for. It was like, you already know. And I said, girl, that's a little low for free. Frida's gonna give you that. There's a little transitions up in there. Anywho, watch College Hill with Big Frida on there. It was a key. I'm gonna be real with you. And Nene was on there too. Frida was fucking funny. And gave really good advice too, especially over pronouns and conversations with people like Slim Thug. If y'all know, that's Houston rapper right there.
I remember that.
Brooklyn, your entire episode. Blake?
That was in response to Dooley.
She was talking to me.
Oh, I was like, oh my God. All right. So they were having a lovely day. And then Brooklyn stepped in the room. This is actually cute. I'm not going to lie. I was here for the jeans and top moment. I was like, okay, bitch. She's giving me, oh my God, I had to get dressed so quickly. Okay. It's better than that mullet. Rita Baga if only she knew who was walking through the door.
I personally had no idea of his background. I meant to go Google it and
have fun with those pictures. Have fun with those pictures.
What's his last name?
I can't spell it.
With no X.
Have fun. Because I am not going to go back and look at that shit again. Silky was all of us that knew what was up, that turned to the camera like, okay. Oh, they spelling it for you, Chris, down the aisle. Oh, there you go. Oh, Julie. Not the link.
Here you go, girl.
Julie said, here is the link. Oh, goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
Once when Rita and him was speaking French with each other, I was like, girl, and would. No, I'm just playing. They're both French Canadians, but either way, I know it's a big deal for the show. I'm glad some of y'all felt the effect of that. If it was wonderful for you, awesome. I sat through that moment. I did. What do we think of Brooklyn's look? I'm trying to run this through before it gets too late.
Yeah, looks nice. Ain't nothing really wrong with it.
It's very, I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille.
Dooley's like, there were more than one incidences with that. She was a repeat offender. But yeah, go ahead, Brooklyn. I mean, I thought it was lovely. It was lovely. She looked rich. Tracy Melshore, honey, if you were doing the news that morning, I would have tuned in. I'd have tuned in, girl. This is giving me.
Like she worked for the news.
I hate those earrings, though.
I do too.
Cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Costume jewelry on this suit. Yeah, it's giving that.
Some regular pearl earrings.
Needed just a little subtle.
Simple.
Serene Fox is back. We appreciate her good energy. She's such a delight. Representing Indigenous people. We are proud and happy to have her there. I like her a lot. She's good. She's good TV. She's very kind when she speaks. It's not anything crazy. They brought Priyanka back for the challenge she did the worst at.
Which is the choice.
I mean, Brooklyn's still judging it, so it's like, well.
Yeah, and that's the person giving people advice on who they should be. She couldn't.
I was like, how are you going to take advice from Brooklyn? She
literally was somebody that she knows and couldn't do it.
Who did she choose again?
She Brooklyn chose
Dion.
Celine Dion.
It's all coming back to me.
Wasn't Priyanka Miss Cleo?
She was.
She was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause she looked like she needed her glasses the whole time she was on stage.
It was terrible.
Mm,
Horrible.
no good. Very bad day.
Why she ain't getting dressed?
But lip sync though.
Oh, they're asked not to.
Who's that's not to do it?
The people who get on the panel with them, they're asked not to do that. See Diggy, so it doesn't take away from the host and the people that are walking. Because they're afraid if the girls come there, drag, oh, it's gonna be like, ooh, but the girls will start comparing. Meanwhile, Espana, Fulgish, Alexis and Teresa. Oh, Fulgish, they were up in there like in full drag, and it was fine. So I didn't get it. I don't get it.
Maybe Priyanka, this jacket, you can let me have.
And Maddie, Jamar, and Chris wore her low that episode. I don't even remember half my.
Oh yeah,
reviews.
that was.
Oh, because that's when she was in LA that time.
That was when I was at that rental. Yes. And we had to sit on that one little couch. Oh, that was one of my highest rated videos. Sure was. We had over 30,000 views for that one. When
Oh,
YouTube
wow.
actually,
I mean, that was a
put
really
me
good
in the
episode.
algorithm. Mhm. I miss those days. All right. Celestial Bodies is next. Silky Nutmeg Ganache is first. Chop.
No.
So I was bothered by the whole runway period because it wasn't clear what the theme was supposed to be. Some girls gave celestial bodies, some girls gave a little sci-fi kind of spacey feel. Like when I hear celestial bodies, I'm thinking about constellations, I'm thinking about like spatial, like phenomenal, that kind of stuff. And it felt like, is it that, or am I just supposed to look spacey?
Week one.
I think I agree with what you're saying, Julie. I also think celestial bodies, like in terms of sci-fi, can go very sci-fi because you could, in some ways, create the celestial body.
It can go into either a book, it can go into Marvel Universe, and we're trying. It can go to Bryan Singer
We have
production.
no idea what exists around Alpha Prime.
Everybody
And so-
wears leather. Yeah, it could be just that. Like honestly,
I just wanted a little more clarity and specificity. That would have helped me be a better judge of what's about to come because some of these were not equitable.
That
just,
being
you
said,
can apply that statement to all runways on all seasons, on all franchises.
I want to know what the call sheet said.
that's what I wanted to say. This was bad.
I do like the dragon, and I like the hair. Stops there.
I don't like the dragon because I'm like, if it's celestial body, like, where is this? Because
Technically-
even given what I just said, like, where is this celestial body? Like, what is this?
So Serene actually spoke of that dragon that's supposed to be a celestial being
She
that
did.
she know. Yeah, and Silky didn't know it, but was like, yeah, that's it. But that I think is where she found something that she knew about. But as an audience, we were all like,
And to me, as the performer, lacks intention.
I mean, she could possibly be falling from space onto Earth to fight Godzilla. Who knows? But you know.
That's what I'm like. It gave me like an American Horror Story freak show in space.
Oh, Ryan Murphy definitely wrote this outfit. No sense.
Down to the airbrushing of it all.
Raja O'Hara, Raja O'Hara is next. I actually like this look, but I liked it mostly because bitch was walking in that circle. But
This is a great outfit, but does it fit the category? I mean, I think it's because I fully don't understand the category.
Yeah.
I agree. I think
like
she looks
the
great,
shade.
but also, I don't know.
But she looks great, but I'm just like, I
you know
guess.
she made it too. It's a vibe for me, but
I
it's
wish there was
definitely-
more silver.
I agree with that. I wish that like the stoning could kind of come down through the velvet.
Yeah.
and not silver, but more. What are you thinking, color wise?
Want her to be like Detox at the season 5 finale?
No,
Like I actually got this. I was like, oh, I get that you're a star of some sort in the like, I got it. But I agree with what Chris said. Like there just needs to be more on the garment.
but are you well executed though? Pop off, Rob.
She did do a good job.
Maybe not on the. I would have just said with full face with it, but I mean, this is still.
Or maybe that. Maybe she needed to look like Kennedy Davenport.
Looking both ways.
Oh, you know what? To hell.
And I say that literally as I am boom. Kaboom. Shout out to Kennedy. We love you. Anita Wiglet. I actually like this. I wish it did hit the floor more, but I got very the Goodnight Moon tees, like very
It does
children's
remind me of
book.
Goodnight Moon.
Very children's book. It was nice and a lot better than that first outfit. God.
Wasn't it?
Okay.
And it gives her aesthetic, that camp glamour. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, like it.
That is definitely Kitamine's wig piece.
Oh, the wig.
Oh, they
does
both,
look
you know,
like
they
it.
both host together, so that's their
Okay.
thing, you know.
Yeah.
Like that gives me.
Oh, I'm here for the DreamWorks tease. Yeah.
It just makes me want to see Jackie Fox or Jackie Cox.
Jackie
Aw.
Fox.
Yeah.
Jackie Fox.
This makes me want
Oh,
to see Jackie Cox.
okay.
She does remind me of her.
Rita Baga is next. I love how Anita was the moon and Rita is the sun, and they did them back to back like that. And she was smoking too.
I think it's a 2.
I liked it. Someone said Tina Burner. There's not red in there, babe. Needs red. Then be Tina.
I mean, this isn't bad, but was it the most memorable thing on the runway now?
Have we seen things with the same sort of silhouette like this? For sure. But I think it was still good. I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it. I put aside things. I liked it. Stephanie Prince. This was great.
See, the runway is never her problem. It's
She's
just
gonna always give you the right look.
That bodice. That course. Oh my God.
Maybe the whole thing is right.
Yum-y. Like, ooh. Everything about it. It's puss.
Sounds like a red bottle.
It's so right with God. It's the cat's meow. Just pushing forward here. We're past the 2-hour mark. I gotta run this. Okay, before y'all say anything, can I just play this through so I can tell you what I thought she was giving? Because I put a picture up.
Mm-hmm.
Is it gonna be an angler? Oh no! I thought
Oh,
it was
bye.
an fish. Oh,
Bye.
Am I wrong? Like, that's Robbie Sinclair. That is Robbie Sinclair. Down. I don't care what anybody says, girl. That is Robbie Sinclair. If you saw the dinosaurs, you really got this reference.
Social media platforms that you already for.
I'm a little disappointed by this. This isn't giving all-stars at all.
It's not.
It's giving her season high key.
Pretty much.
Is that a good thing?
And I hate she said this was the most expensive thing that she purchased. I wouldn't have told nobody that.
At all.
He did not say that.
She did. Go back and
Yes,
listen.
see that.
This is the
she
most
did. She did say that.
I am worried
She did.
for the rest of this
From another
season.
runway. They could have.
She didn't say it was the most expensive. She said this was expensive.
She would say that about her first week, maybe. Not this. Not this.
I spent a lot of money on this. I said, don't.
I'm nervous for next week.
Oh.
Access, yes, that is my quote. You can't tell me that's not Robbie Sinclair. That was yesterday. Telling you. Victoria Scone.
I like this.
I did too.
I actually did enjoy
I love
this.
this.
I hate the lighting fucked her over.
I did, yeah. I liked the movement that came along with the garment. It made it more fun and more like engaging.
I
Oh,
love how
yeah.
she like proportionizes so well.
Down.
So well.
Still pads.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
Ooh, you can private chat it though. Let's see here. And low key, I might say just say it.
At this point.
I loved it, especially the way the rings were on the body. Something about that was so cool to me. I was like, oh, it's giving Saturn.
What?
Yeah, don't say that.
Blake, oh
What?
my God.
Because of the lack of.
Because of the lack of.
I follow.
Woo! Woo!
I follow. That's you.
too.
That I feel that energy. I feel that energy from you. That makes sense to me.
Into the pits of hell with Blake.
I can see her like winning the challenge next week or lip syncing. Hopefully,
You know
she
what?
don't,
If
you
she
know,
lip syncs, she better not slide one
Exactly.
fucking knee.
Maybe stand straight in one spot.
You don't move, sister. Better yet, give her a ballad.
Here.
Okay? Because we're
Like,
not
don't
doing this
walk.
again. We don't have to worry about her Nogan. We don't have to worry about that. That's the thing. Something about Victoria I can be thankful for. She know where she can go and what she can do. Isis Couture is last and not least. What did we give this outfit?
I liked it, but the makeup was just questionable to me.
The makeup reminded me of the previous week.
Yeah,
It did.
I'm like,
It did. And it reminds you of her finale look too. Like
It
just
does.
her makeup is kind of redundant.
She's been in the movie series Dune for too long, okay? And she's starting to be like Jared Leto and becoming one of those method actors. But no, I still think this is fire though. Something about it I like really, really love. It gives almost like this woman sitting in this house on top of a hill that actually helps people read tea leaves and shit like that. And she's been burned down and comes back in people's visions and haunts them. I gave her a story. I like it.
What was the antagonist in Game of Thrones? That king? Which
one?
Joffrey?
Joffrey?
Not the people that look blue.
Oh, you mean the White
Walkers?
Walkers?
The White Walkers?
There we go. I'm gonna say, what were they again? Yeah.
But y'all said she looked like a White Walker last week.
Oh well.
Oh, did.
Well, we're getting a ball next week, so.
I hope we don't see this like 3 different times.
I have high expectations
into this season.
Well, at least we'll get a
half
ball.
of these girls can solve, so I'm curious. Maybe next week is Raja's win.
Because
Because Raja can solve.
Because you know she gonna turn a look.
Who's your top 2 predictions for next week?
Raja would be 1, and I'm gonna say Victoria.
Maybe Victoria
or Isis again.
I say Raja and Victoria.
Raja, Victoria, or Isis possibly being in it again because she also won a ball too. She won her ball her season, so
at some point they got to get a payoff for a winner being here.
And we've been getting it so far. You know, she was best in Snatch Game, high key, and the runways have been giving it. So it's not a BB run.
Rocky TT
Are we talking about the first time when another girl should win? Or are we talking about the second time when the armor of God?
I will not use that first statement. I think she deserved that win, but I will say when we brought her back for that All-Star season for why, and it was great to see her again, but it still goes down. Why didn't you show that lipstick? Why didn't you actually give the girls what we needed?
Like the hypothesis for why she was there that we made up on the internet was 87% more entertaining.
If she had been a mole, that would have been so much better.
That's good TV.
That'd have been really good TV. And then she had the decision to send someone home, and then she'd be gone after that. It'd be like, oh, everyone could be mad at her. Yeah, very that. BB chose Trixie. I heard that was the team
100%. She was like
that she chose Trixie, and they also were like, don't do it because she already knew people were going to attack her. So
yeah.
Who went home that episode? It was Trixie and who else?
It was somebody young.
It was Aja,
no. Ben eliminated themselves that episode. Yeah, Ben eliminated themselves that episode, right? Because Ben won the lip sync and then was like, "No, I'm gonna go home." Yeah, that wasn't that episode. Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah. That was the episode that it was Kennedy, Shangela, and Trixie in the bottom 3. And Bendela and BB were in the top 2. Remember, BB took off that wig and like, girl, what are you doing over here? Giving us vanity in a confessional. So, Ben won, but was like, I'm not going to do this anymore, Rue. And ended up walking away. That was the gag episode. Gave everybody a second chance. Yep. That was the one.
Oh, okay.
Look at me remembering. Okay. Now you see how sisters like support each other. Silky won her Snatch Game her season, and now Raja has a win in Snatch Game for Canada versus the world. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna go past this part. Stephanie and Anita in the bottom 2. What'd you think of Skater Boy being the song, and who did you think won the lip sync?
Raja.
Nobody.
I think Isis won that lip sync.
I think Isis's look pushed her just
I got more alternative dance versus Mary J. Blige, giving me Skater Boy, because Raja was doing a whole bunch of these, and I was like, this ain't the Little Mama remix. You know what I mean?
Raja was giving us Linkin Park featuring Jay-Z.
Exactly.
That way was doing the crossovers.
Again,
Isis was giving us a little more punk.
Again, the point being, Avril Lavigne featuring Little Mama. It's literally, I don't want a girlfriend. No.
From a movement perspective, Raja ate that up.
No, Raja hit every beat. They both of them together actually were giving. It was a fun lip sync. But I was more focused on Isis giving me, oh yeah, she's that girl. She throws pencils.
I believe that Isis would perform this. Raja was clearly like, this is a part of the competition that I've been asked to do.
It's the same easy. It's the energy is jiggly. I couldn't get no little Kim.
I'd have been like, both of y'all won. Now who'd you choose?
If we did what now?
I would have said both of y'all won. Now who'd you choose? And send 2 girls home.
Oh baby, not in the 9-person cast.
Not for 6 episodes. There would be no show. We'd be like,
be at the finale.
It'd be low key, like, all right, so I know that y'all have to take this defensive driving course today, but I really don't feel like being here. We're gonna watch a movie and I'll just sign your papers. Like that's what it would have gave for the rest of the season.
Was that not season 14? They had chocolate, a double elim, a double set.
No,
and a top 5.
Basically,
you can find ways to bring these girls back.
Season 14 was like you having to go to your parole officer for the entire year. Like, okay, so
parole officer,
we got to show up and pee in this cup and sit here and talk about the jobs that we're applying for today. I can't do it. But no, it was a good lip sync. Isis wins. That's never said often, and that was a little. Yeah, that was a little for the girls I know. Anywho, Isis Couture makes the decision of sending Stephanie Prince home. I agree.
Yeah, I think it's the right decision. You already had your chance to prove yourself. You failed, so now you go home.
That part. And when she said, I'm trying to base this on track record, I was like, oops, Stephanie's gone. Because Anita at least was a low last week and now in the bottom 2, but Stephanie's been in the bottom 2 like consistently. So
also, how come we didn't get money? Like she got a trip to
Puerto Vallarta. Yeah. I mean, that's expensive.
It is, but give me the 10 grand.
I mean, I think Vanity.
If it's all expenses paid trip to Puerto Vallarta.
But she also is a former winner that already has coin, whereas Vanity didn't have nothing from her season at all, but a couple, like maybe one badge and a thanks for being here. So you know,
okay.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe if Raja wins next week or something, you know, they'll give her a skateboard that Avril Lavigne signed. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Can you imagine? Oh, girl, I would throw it right back. But Stephanie, these lipsticks are so cool and gold, was eliminated. And I think she had one of the most iconic exit lines ever.
She did.
Exit line. No exit line.
I have no exit line and push. That was it. That was it. That was it for me. So I was really here for it. That's it for our show, everybody. I know Dooley's in the bathroom, but in reality, we're wrapping this up. We've already gone past the 2-hour time frame. I appreciate my brothers up here like letting me go for the let me have it because I was like, I know y'all, I know. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up today. Next week, it's just gonna be 2 shows, so we more than likely will actually have a hot topic moment to come up because we'll only be discussing Canada versus the world and Dragula Titans next week. So it'll also be our first panel of December for 2022, and it'll start the last month of 2022. God, this year. Whew, girl. Okay. Listen, let's get our social medias out the way. Let's get that going and wrap this up tonight, and the kids can go out and have some food, get some lunch, drop some tips in some jars if you feel like it. I got to watch Chucky and put out this reaction for Patreon. Jamar, social medias, please.
You can find me on social media at Jamar84. That's spelled Jamar84 with the exception of TikTok, which is Jamar840. Make sure you click the link in my bio on Instagram at Jamar84 for the rest of the links to the Nova Cosmetics line, which you support Black business and get yourself something nice for the holidays.
Those sales reflect her talent. Thank you, BioMist. And thank you, Jamar, for those social media links. 2,000, Chris. 2,000 copies. She might as well be Nick Carter.
Well, I listened.
Oh no, Sweetie's sales for her album were only 2,000 the first week.
Oh yeah, I mean, I see why.
And had a McDonald's deal.
I mean, she's more so a personality that just so happens to rap.
They say she's. I think it was maybe your post where she's like she's excellent at the brand and not everything that's supposed to be coming with the brand. But you know,
right? She has a career off of pretty privilege.
Okay, so C Diggy, social medias, please.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram, cdiggy1. We have Real Housewives of Potomac tonight. It's going to be a hot episode. I'm sure y'all saw last week. Well, whoever watched it.
Me and Blake did, yes.
No, I did not watch that.
Potomac?
Yeah.
Potomac's that girl.
Yeah, she's that girl. Period.
Better than Atlanta right now.
Yeah. But yeah, YouTube, cdiggy1, and patreon.com/cdiggy1 if you want to get to know me a little bit better.
Awesome. Thank you, C Diggy. Dooley, social medias, please.
Everything is in one location. It's linktree.com/DOOLEY__NOTD.
Thank you, Dooley. Blake, do you want people to find you?
Nope. But while Twitter's awake, you can use BARally86 or Instagram or
Right.
_1.
Before Twitter collapses, like it's been like on the brink of every fucking day.
Every day.
Like
Yeah.
it's weird. I already got my Hive account, so if y'all are on Hive at MattyRants, find me.
Is she giving?
No, but people are there, so
Okay.
it basically looks like some sort of dating app for queers, and it just didn't really work out the way it was supposed to. So now it's a social media app.
Gross.
That, but not us, you know. Okay, cool. At MattyRants everywhere except for Twitter, which is at the MattyRants. You know that's in the link tree description down below. Listen, once again, this show was for entertainment purposes only. Do not take anything we say seriously. This is just for shits and giggles. I am not here to be your parent, but I can definitely take over. Trust and believe. I know how the belt works. Believe that. But also catch me on Patreon for all these reactions. Catch me on Cameo. We will see you next Sunday. Me and Dooley will see you Wednesday. Then y'all catch me Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Right after that, I will be on Scotty's channel. Even though I'm gonna ask Scotty to move that date to Saturday. Watch me, Jamar, because I don't know if I can do this Friday either, friend. So
Shall we either?
it's the worst days for me. Like Beta versus the World comes on. I don't want to be what? No, I ain't gonna be spoiled that day. So no, we're gonna talk to Sky later. But anywho, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a friend, and thank you for your support. Take care. Don't send nobody hate. Don't send anybody nothing crazy. Baby, get up and try every day. Okay. We will see you next time on the panel. Bye.
Listen. Yeah.